Hey guys! RiggyRob and
Hello.
Pimmsy, and welcome back to Xenoblade 3.
Welcome back to longest intro stream ever.
Yes, so just before we started,
Like seconds
before I pressed the changeover button, the cats decided to break a wine glass. So
full of wine.
we had to deal with that.
And I lost an entire glass of wine.
Yes.
R.I.P. for my wine. Like
Yes,
that is a tragic loss.
And another tragic loss is, of course, the Queen. So they had their funeral today.
2 funerals, wasn't it? Because there was a state funeral and then
State
there was
funeral
the private.
and then the, well, I would
wasn't really
assume the
private.
private funeral is not one that we would see, but yes, there was a whole pomp and ceremony and circumstance of the official monarch's funeral, which has not happened for 17 years.
How do I get that thing there?
Yeah, what thing?
Right, do you see in between the A and the X? There's
Between
a...
the A and the X.
Yeah, so right, A and X on mine. Up there in the top corner. How do I get that?
Are you talking about the icon in between Cross Impact and Saber Strike?
Yeah.
Well, I would assume that that is a fusion art that you activate with ZR.
Right, that's what I just did then, I think.
I would assume so as well.
Yeah, so people waited in line to look at a dead person in a box.
More than 24 hours, supposedly. Like, that's how long the line got
just
to
ridiculous.
see the Queen. But yeah, I mean, for some people that'll be a once-in-a-lifetime event, you know, because it's never happened before and most likely will not happen again for them.
A monarch passing, do you mean?
Yes, and the opportunity to see them.
Right, yeah.
So, you know. Yeah, so that's what happened in the real world. In the game, we had teach us how to do some traversal skills, so we can now walk up very sharp, steep cliffs. And Pimmsy has just discovered a secret area, Melnath's Shoulder.
But it is part of Sorry, they're being dickheads today, honestly, guys.
Indeed.
Like...
And we are in the Transcendent Retreat. So now that you've got the traversal skill, you can go exploring a lot further into...
No, not the wine, Right, okay.
Maybe putting the wine glass on the floor is a bad idea.
What do you propose?
Putting it not on the floor.
But where?
Perhaps on a table of some kind. Perhaps one that's in front or behind you.
I can't reach the one that's in front
Yes, you
easily.
can. You can lean forward.
Just build that as well. Nobbins.
Well, that was your fault.
You bloody play whilst I sort this out.
I will play for you.
No, you just... Why did you do that without using a fusion?
Why not?
Because fusion's better and then you can build the interlink.
Uh-huh.
You just use them without.
You are killing random monsters. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not a boss. It's not a unique monster. It's not even an elite monster. This is just random monster.
Can't trust you.
It doesn't matter. So anyway, so we went with Teach into Colony Iota. We saw Kyrie, which was Neo's friend. And yeah, so I would assume that there are more heroes quests for us to do, assuming that Pimmsy ignores the story as per usual.
I'm not going to ignore it.
You are going to ignore the story because you're not going towards where the story is.
No, right, it's not story anyway.
It is story.
It's not. It's hero mission.
Right,
I'm actually
so
going to
you
get
are
this.
ignoring the main story to do the hero quest. Yeah?
You told me to do this, but okay.
It has been said that side quests that may look like side quests actually do have plot relevance, yes. But the main story is to go to Swordmarch. And you're not going to get locked out of doing the hero quest because, you know, they can't expect you to do anything as soon as you unlock it, unless there is a level thing, which there is for some quests, because you had a level 29 recommendation for some side quests, but you're only level 27, and I think you only got them at level 22. So, we assume, well, when we saw Teach last time, there was the secret shadow Consul in the background, but we didn't really get a good look at them to see which one it actually was. It doesn't appear to be the one in the main story, which was the small Joker-like Consul. But for all we know, the unique people that we see in these quests, such as Teach, will turn into heroes for our heroes. And That'll make doing the main story easier. Perhaps. I'm not sure. And we just got to keep an eye on these cats that are being very loud. Yes, we're talking about you.
We went out this evening to have dinner with my family, and they don't like it when we're out for an evening. So, yeah, they're being a bit needy now.
Yes. And we also have shut the door so they can't run around like elephants.
And wake the baby. Wow.
I'm fairly sure that that gets picked up from the microphone. Even if we're both not speaking and we have the noise gate on, they will meow loud enough for it to be picked up.
Wow.
So yeah, so that's the plan for today, I guess, is hero quests, then maybe main story, depending on how Pimmsy feels like it. But I figured today we would talk about Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, because that is what is relevant right now. So, how much do you know about Queen Elizabeth?
Fuck all, and I'm quite happy keeping it that way. To be honest, I am not a royalist.
Yep.
I'm a little bit anti-monarchy, to be honest. I don't really fully understand why we still have one, apart from tourism, personally.
No, I agree. It's like, they contribute in terms of a tourist aspect, but in terms of actually doing stuff, it's like, well, what do they actually contribute? Like, Charles has made note of the climate change, climate crisis initiatives that he's been
And it's
highlighting.
to do with, mainly to do with meat that he talks about, because he's changed how he eats, but apart from that, I don't really... I mean, some internal relations, I guess, and international relations.
Like PR, so... Yeah. This is...
Beautiful.
It looks very Gower Plains-ish. Like that structure on the right.
Think? A good place. It's peaceful, invigorating, a place to quiet your mind.
Are we going to have to fight Teach? I think we're going to have to
Even
fight
the war
Teach.
between Agnus and Keves feels a world away from here.
I would assume so, because he's with the Consul.
Yes, it...
I assume you know about the state of Colony Gamma.
Yes, that's actually what I wanted to...
Then I can tell you that you don't have to, Mio.
What do you...
Don't you get it yet? I mean that I'm going to deal with you here and now.
And we just kick him off the cliff.
But you... Purging the traitor Ouroboros from our ranks is a matter of the highest priority. I am the commander of Colony Gamma. I cannot shirk this duty. Do you understand?
What? That you lured us out here to do us in? Yeah, I'm up to speed, thanks.
There's a lot of us and only one of
No
you,
one
though.
in the colony will learn what you
And you're a
are.
healer.
Damn. Hissy boys.
Sorry, they're really not happy.
Understand that the fact I'm not doing this in public is a sign of my respect for you.
But, Commander, wait! Please, just listen!
What would be the point? Words blur truth and lies so easily.
Commander!
Well,
We've got no choice.
we have no choice. We must
Are you
fight
prepared?
Teach.
Face your deaths with honor.
Sorry, the cats are going to go nuts in about 5 seconds.
They are indeed. Let's just
Oh!
push you
That
away.
didn't help!
Come.
You scared the shit out.
Well, I got him away from the couch,
You did.
which is the important thing. And you too. Go on.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
You're fighting Inscrutable Teach. He's level 26, so he is a unique monster, which is interesting because I don't assume he's going to have a
Tombstone.
gravestone.
He might do. Because,
He might do.
if he does, then we can warp up here
Yeah,
easily.
maybe. So, Queen Elizabeth II, who was Elizabeth Alexandra Mary, was Queen of the United Kingdom and Commonwealth realms from the 6th of February 1952 until her death in 2022. She was Queen Regnant of 32 sovereign states during her lifetime and 15 at the time of her death. Her reign of 70 years and 214 days is the longest of any British monarch, the longest recorded of any female head of state in history, and the second longest verified reign of any sovereign in history. She was born in Mayfair as of Duke and Duchess of York, King George VI and Queen Elizabeth. Her father acceded to the throne upon the abdication of his brother, King Edward VIII, making Elizabeth the heir presumptive. So, she was educated privately at home, started taking public duties in the Second World War. She married Philip Mountbatten in November 1947, and the marriage lasted 73 years until he died on the 9th of April 2021. They have 4 children, Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward.
We don't talk about Andrew.
We don't talk about Andrew, no. Some things are better left unsaid when it comes to that. So her father died in 1952. Elizabeth was 25 years old and became Queen of 7 independent Commonwealth countries: the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Pakistan, and Ceylon, known today as Sri Lanka, as well as the head of Commonwealth. She reigned as a constitutional monarch through major political changes such as the Troubles in Northern Ireland, devolution or devolution in the United Kingdom, the decolonization of Africa, and the United Kingdom's accession to the European communities and withdrawal from the European Union. So, number of realms varied. She's got many historic meetings. She met with 5 popes.
Did she meet with like 5 presidents? No, she was way
she
more
met
than that actually.
like 16.
Yeah.
So
it's a fixed one because it's only put me to half.
Mm-hmm.
I've just got. We don't talk about Andrew.
I knew he had stamina, but this is...
Oh.
You too display impressive power, but it's that power which is the cause of everything that's gone wrong, threatening the lives of others as well as yourselves.
No, you've got it wrong.
No, this isn't something that only concerns you. This power is a maelstrom that surrounds the world.
Full sword.
That's where we're supposed to be heading. Sword March.
A maelstrom eventually becomes a raging torrent that swallows lives without mercy. If you really know what's going on in Colony Gamma, then you must understand this. So, tell me, Mio, was it the power of becoming an Ouroboros that drove you to the other side?
No, not
Were
on
you
any
reduced
side.
to merely one part of a maelstrom?
No, you're wrong.
And what precisely am I wrong about?
We became Ouroboros by pure chance, but we thought that with such power we'd be able to do more.
Ha!
Keep the world alive. Find new ways to use our lives for... I don't know. I can't put it into words, but that's what we want to use it for.
Can't put it into words because we don't know that part of the story yet.
Very pretty words.
We can only go forward. We want to find a way that doesn't involve sacrificing lives.
Riveting dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like I've misjudged.
What?
Well, you've heard for yourself. I don't believe they are traitors.
Who are you talking to?
It was a test.
In my capacity as commander, I judge them not deserving of death.
Who are you talking to?
The Consuls.
Are you in agreement, Consul?
Oh, okay.
The Consuls here. So this is where you are hiding.
What a lovely fiction. Bravo. The fact remains. Ouroboros will destroy the world.
That being picked up?
That won't have, no.
But that's just one
Like, they're basically going.
Yeah.
Still, people can change.
Like the old you?
Yes, I had no will, no resolution, only shame. But they aren't me. They will walk a different path.
Oh, they're really fighting today.
They are.
You shall persist no matter what.
We might need to address this.
No, they'll be fine.
You
They'll
gave me
just
a
chase
chance
each other
to fix
around.
it. I have an obligation. So let's stop doing things your way. Let's end that here.
Fight against Consul?
Very well. Then I shall make you and the traitors recant your folly.
Be a fake fight. We'll only do half
Oh,
of it.
yeah.
And they'll retreat. Whoa!
Moebius G!
This is cool. They're massive.
Right, you lot.
Funky.
Time to walk the walk. Prove that this power leads to light.
Get that choir going. Oh. Moebius G. Going beyond power, inscrutable.
Show me what you've got.
Yeah, so. Significant events of Queen Elizabeth's coronation included the coronation in '53, the celebrations of her silver, golden, diamond, and platinum jubilees. She had blah 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 blah. Ooh, she faced Republican sentiment and media criticism of her family, particularly after the breakdowns of her children's marriages. Annus Horribilis. What is Annus Horribilis? What is Annus Horribilis? It means horrible year in Latin, but why was it there in 1992?
Maybe because that's when everybody lost their marriages? I don't know.
1992 is not a year in which I shall look back with undiluted pleasure. In the words of one of my more sympathetic correspondents, it has turned out to be an annus horribilis. This was Sir Edward Ford. The unpleasant
Whoa,
events
what happened
were...
there? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
It, like zoomed in on Meal.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
So, in 1992, there were publication of photographs pertaining to an affair between Sarah, Duchess of York, and Texan oil millionaire Steve Wyatt. Separation of the Queen's second son, Prince Andrew, Duke of York, from his wife Sarah, Duchess of York. Divorce of the Queen's daughter Anne, Princess Royal, from Captain Mark Phillips.
What?
Publication of Diana, Princess of Wales' tell-all book, Diana, Her True Story, revealing the problems in her marriage to the Queen's eldest son, Charles, particularly his affair with Camilla Parker Bowles. Photographs of Sarah being sunbathing topless with her friend John Bryan. Publication of intimate conversations between Diana and James Gilby, and fire in Windsor Castle, one of the Queen's official residences. And then one more notable event transpired: the separation of her son Prince Charles from his wife Diana in December. So yeah, 1992 was a pretty horrible year for her.
That's the year I was born.
Then Diana died in 1997. She was served by more than 170 prime ministers across all of the realms. Support for the monarchy in the UK remained consistently high, as did her personal popularity. She died in Balmoral Castle at the age of 96.
I don't think this prick can be broken.
Well, no, he's a Moebius, so if it was going to be possible, it would only be in intimate form. But again, you know, it's a Moebius, so you'd expect it to be difficult. And speaking of that, actually, considering how many consuls there are, this might actually be a fight where you take them out once and for all.
Nah, it's not a story.
It doesn't matter. How many consuls can be relevant to the story? Because if, obviously, they're named after the letters of the alphabet, that's at least 26. How many are you going to see in...
There's not going to be... Some of them might be dead.
Well, some of them might be
try
dead.
and break it again. No.
So that
Oh!
should... Yeah, because you get the 25% boost for doing it with an attacker.
Right. I thought it was the same type attack bonus. Doesn't matter.
Nope. So, let's see.
You said I can get to level 3, can't I?
Level 3.
Got it.
Yes, you got it now. So, trigger it whenever you're ready. Hey, you're all interlinked.
Yeah, but Eunie and Taion are also level 3, but Lanz and Sena
No.
not.
Yeah. So...
Oh, they're broken, that's good.
Lots of the British royal family around the reign of Elizabeth has been covered by the crown, hence the common joke of, God, there's some spoilers going on around here with Queen Elizabeth dying. So apparently season 6 of The Crown was going to be the final season, but it's paused production because obviously the Queen died. So
well, they say it was a
may take
love
that into
letter to the Queen, so they're probably not going to pick it back up.
No, they will finish off the final season of The Crown. It's whether they include anything relating to Queen Elizabeth II specifically.
Passing.
Yeah.
I haven't got up to date on that. I need to get more up to date on it. Do you?
No, and I don't think I will.
Quite long.
Yes, it is very long. It's
I
one of those,
was getting into it, but then I wasn't.
It's one of those historical period dramas. It's like, yeah, I can see why people like it.
See, I quite like Downton Abbey, and I preferred it to The Crown, because The Crown's a bit too real. But then some of it's fictional, so it's like, what I want to do is I want to start going to the gym, and I've heard one of the personal trainers on TikTok saying one of the best things you can do to get you in the fashion of going to the gym, picking a series and only watching it when you go to the gym. So you get like
it's
addicted
a binge
to
watch
it.
series, but you do it at the gym.
Yeah, so you get like addicted to it, so you want to go to the gym more. So I was thinking I might try The Crown, but I don't know if it could really work out to The Crown.
Probably not. Well, it just has to be any show that you can kind of get the gist of it without having to properly pay attention, because obviously you're going to be, working out, and it has to be something you can listen to, not watch, because you're supposed to be doing stuff.
Well, no, I mean, working out is kind
Well, I
of
mean, like if you were to do, if you're on a bike or a treadmill, then obviously you can watch it fairly easily. If you're trying to do push-ups or doing anything with weights or,
Can you imagine me doing a
resistance
push-up?
training,
Not
anything
likely.
like that, then no, you're not going to be able to watch it.
Oh, that's a cool one. Not seen that before. Did you see that?
I saw the flip.
That was dope.
Yeah. So, a couple of other interesting things. So,
Don't you start now.
Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip are second cousins once removed. Elizabeth was only 13 years old, but she said she fell in love with Philip, who was 18, and they began to exchange letters. And she was 21 when their engagement was announced in 1947. This attracted some controversy. Philip had no financial standing, was foreign-born, had sisters who had married German noblemen with Nazi links. Elizabeth's mother had reservations about the union. And then when they married, Philip renounced his Greek and Danish titles.
Watch this.
Oh wow.
Watch
He's got
Dragon Bound.
nunchucks.
Yeah.
I saw him with a staff and I didn't expect it to turn into nunchucks, to be fair. Let's see, anything else of note? I mean, because of the scope of Elizabeth's reign, there is a lot of stuff that she has presided over. Let's see if there's anything else more recent that we would care about, to be fair. Yeah, there's a lot here, but basically she presided over a lot of things. Ooh, here we go.
We haven't seen the one from Siege before, I don't think.
Elizabeth's personal wealth was the subject of speculation for many years. They estimated her wealth at £2 million in 1971. In 1993, Buckingham Palace called estimates of 100 million grossly overstated. She inherited an estate worth an estimated 70 million from her mother, and the 2020 Times Rich list estimated her personal wealth at £350 million, making her the 372nd richest person in the UK. She was number one on the list when it began in 1989, with a reported wealth of £5.2 billion, approximately 13.8 billion in today's value. But that was state assets that were not hers personally.
Whatever I'm doing here is not making any sense because I've done like 5 times, I think. Which is very different to what it has been previously.
Sure. So, the royal collection, which includes the crown jewels, was not owned personally by her, but was described as being held in trust. That was valued at £472 million. The Paradise Papers, leaked in 2017, showed that, that was the Duchy of Lancaster. The Crown Estate, with holdings of £14.3 billion in 2019.
4. See, I did 4 that time. I don't know how.
Is held in trust and was not owned by her in a personal capacity. When she was born, she had a list of titles and honours. So, Her Royal Highness Princess Elizabeth of York, Her Royal Highness the Princess Elizabeth, Her Royal Highness the Princess Elizabeth, Duchess of Edinburgh, and then the final title was Her Majesty the Queen.
Come on then. Come on. Come on, Northend. Come on.
Hello, cat.
Come.
No, they can't see him on either of our webcams yet.
Come on.
Are you gonna come up or not?
Come.
No, he refuses.
He wants to. Come on, let me turn a bit more. Come on then.
He'll jump over your wine.
I'd prefer that than him standing on the bloody
Well,
table
no,
and knocking
jumping over the wine is not a safe thing for him to do. Eunie, are you going to move? Or are you just going to be skittish because of Coda in the background?
He's a bit on edge, like, isn't he? I think there might be a cat on feet around. See that
So
girl
they
from
decided
2
to
doors
attack
down.
each other.
Yeah, because they're boys. Boys get Fruit Loopy around girls.
Oh, now they can see
Make
it
a
online.
difference. Other
Poking
than
his head out.
kitty cat or not. Come on then.
Please don't jump off the table. There we go. Ah, dear.
I can't see when I need to come out of this.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I moved things around because he was going to walk across
Wait,
it.
there we go. I did it.
You defeated the Consul. Woo!
Hello, baby. Are they dead? Are they retreating?
Not yet, Neo.
What?
It's not over yet.
Why?
It's not over.
There's one thing you still have to do, isn't there?
Kill you, Teach. Gonna absorb you.
Let's go back to the colony and decide our next steps from there.
Is he dead?
Teach has temporarily joined the party.
Did he leave?
Let's head back to colony.
Did we kill the Consul then?
You know what you have to do, yes?
I don't know.
Of course. I planned on it.
I don't know.
Maybe
if
that's what they're alluding to with Mio saying I planned on it, but they're being intentionally vague about it.
Yes, they are.
So, let's see. Another interesting thing is that most of the stuff in the UK that is for the Queen is marked with a royal cipher, which is ER with the 2 Roman numerals in the middle.
Not anymore, it won't
So, the late Queen's cipher was E-R, standing for Elizabeth II Regina. Or Regina, depending on how you pronounce it. The monarch cipher is today usually surmounted by a stylized version of St. Edward's crown. In Scotland, as a result of a dispute known as the Pillar Box Wars over the correct title of the new monarch, Elizabeth I of England and Ireland was not a monarch of Scotland, so the new queen would have been Elizabeth I, not the second in Scotland. The new postbox carried only the Crown of Scotland image rather than the Elizabeth II cipher, which continued to be used in the rest of the United Kingdom and the rest of the other realms and territories.
Sorry to interject. Just we need to discuss what we're going to cook. So I can't
Cook
make
the thing that you can.
I can't make this one because
Nope.
I haven't got Argent or Gold
Nope.
or Marigolds, but I can make this one, which is CP boost and
Sure, make that
collectible
one.
boost, enemy gold boost or drop boost, or EXP boost and CP boost.
Oh, make that one. Manana's battle suit.
Really?
Yeah. Why not?
Because it's just experience and
So?
CP, whereas this is CP
Well, it doesn't
much
matter.
more and collectibles.
Okay, well then don't do that one. Do
we'll
Manana's
do
battle
this
suit.
one.
Right?
Battle soup. That looks disgusting and burnt as fuck.
So for Charles, the royal cipher
Yikes.
has not been announced. The king has worn a tie pin showing GVIR, which is his maternal grandfather, King George VI, at his Accession Council speech. But it remains to be seen what the royal cipher will actually be for Charles.
Like an arrow.
And it's a bit of a funny thing because the royal cipher for the Queen has obviously been in use for over 70 years. So it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like. Because some of these look very weird to me. The ER is very simple and kind of... It's not basic, it's minimalist, I would say. Whereas some other ones are very fancy and some of them look like radioactive signs, which is a bit odd, in my opinion, but oh well. So yeah. That's back to Annus Horribilis. Coat of Arms. So, yes, her children are Charles, Anne, Andrew, and Edward. Funny, I don't really hear much of Edward.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same.
Because obviously, Charles has got William and Harry as his children. Anne has got Peter Phillips and Zara Tyndall, who is married to Mike Tyndall, I believe, who is the rugby player. Yeah, she's the niece. Trying to think. Yes, she married rugby union player Mike Tyndall in 2011. So that's how I know about her.
Andrew's her favourite.
Yeah, that's the issue with the Queen most people had. So Andrew's children is Beatrice and Eugenie, and those I've heard of. And then Edward's children are Lady Louise Mountbatten-Windsor and James Mountbatten-Windsor. Really don't hear much about them. So.
Yeah, I think because he's too far away now from being in line for the throne.
Yes.
Basically, he's only in line with of the throne if everybody fucking dies.
Yeah, so it would be Charles, then William, then George, then I would assume Charlotte,
yeah,
then Louis, then Harry.
Louis, who wasn't present at the... no, Harry's removed himself.
Well, I mean, he'd
Harry's...
technically be in line, but
no,
I
but
guess
he's not because he's removed all royal titles.
Yes, he has been stripped of his titles, I know. But
which means I don't think he's...
technically, it would be Harry.
No, I don't think he's in line of the throne now because of that.
Technically, it would be Harry if he was still in line. If you let me finish the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
And then Archie, then Lilibet. But it's not. So, it would then go to Anne, then Peter, then I would assume...
No, not Anne. It would be Andrew.
Well, it depends because...
Andrew's older than Anne.
No, they're not. I'm doing it in age order.
Oh, I thought Andrew was older than Anne. I
No.
didn't realise.
Anne is 72 and Andrew is 62.
Right, my
10-year
mistake. I
gap.
didn't know that.
So then I would assume it would be Anne, then Peter, then Savannah or Isla Phillips. Then if not them, Zara. So that would make Mike Tyndall the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th in line to be King of England, technically. King consort, not the actual king. Which is a bit of a weird thing for a rugby union player that most people know from 2003.
You can't have king consort.
No, it would be Prince Mike Tyndall,
Yeah.
but married to the Queen, Zara Tyndall.
Yeah, you can't, because you can't have king consort because a king outranks a queen, which is ridiculous, really. But it's just a fact.
Yeah. Then Mia, Lena, and
consort,
Lucas,
but
which are
not-
their children.
Because they're talking about putting Camilla as queen. Is she Queen Camilla?
She is Queen Consort, not Queen.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. She is queen then.
Well, Queen Consort. It's a different title.
You are so fat.
He is very fat.
Give me
Oh, they're
bruises.
talking about destroying the flame clock.
Yeah. We have to do it with the special sword, though.
Yes, we do.
It shouldn't be as difficult this time to get up.
Yeah, because the console's not in the way.
Yeah.
Flame clock destroyed!
Oh shit!
Oh no! Colony Gamma has been liberated.
Is that coming up on the screen?
Agnes warning level up. Yes, the battery warning will
Right.
come
What
up.
should we do?
Well, in theory, this should charge it, but I just need to get the cable.
Commander, you knew from the start.
There you
Not
go.
at all.
No,
I was
don't play with
serious,
that.
Mia. I was ready to die to take you down.
So what you mean is you were testing us?
That is correct.
Such power can drive people mad. I needed to be sure about you. I needed to know that you hadn't fallen into the trap of being enthralled by power. That you had retained your own will.
So that's why you had to try to kill us for real?
Oh, come
Yeah,
here,
it's a
darling.
test.
Let me just take that off your head. There we go.
Determining the true
Beauty
nature
pie.
of power is a kind of power in itself. That's how I do things.
You're
This is how we do
surprisingly
it.
violent.
Yeah.
But just one slip and you'd be.
Buncha.
I once got to see how power can destroy a person up close. I knew a soldier who was lost in it and lost to it. I don't want to see that happen to you, nor does anyone in the colony. It was no choice at all to put my life on the line to prevent it.
You're right that being in Ouroboros comes with huge power, but it's full of danger too.
Yeah, but we're fine. We use it right, so...
The reason I became an instructor was to teach people how to confront power. But there was always a niggling doubt at the back of my mind that people are at heart stupid creatures that power makes a mockery of.
Also correct.
But if you were to ask me whether I still thought that way, I'd say no.
That's dumb of
So
you.
you have hope.
I do. Now that I've crossed blades with you, I understand. So, the Maelstrom hasn't become a raging torrent.
Commander, if that's what you think, then I'd like you to come with us.
Oh. And may I ask why?
I want you to see with your own eyes that your faith in us isn't misplaced.
We just need to take all of the colony
You
leaders.
want something from
Yeah.
us.
All of them become
More than
heroes.
just words, right?
Who's gonna look after the
Yes.
colonies?
Yeah, they've got
The
commanders.
stream becomes the flow of life itself, bringing change and upheaval to the world.
They're all going to starve.
And you want me to be the one to watch over your futures. That's it, isn't it?
Yes. Well, something like that.
Okay then. I'll do it. I accept the job.
Hooray!
But what have those of you from Keves to say on this matter?
Yes,
Fine.
of course. The more the merrier. Especially if they're as strong as
We're
you.
doing ones from our side as well.
Fine by me. Assuming we never have to fight it out like this again.
Well, that all depends on how well you train, doesn't it?
Ugh, why?
No,
All of them
stay,
take
stay,
a step
stay,
back.
stay, stay, stay.
I was only joking.
Oh, stay with me. And
Goodbye.
he's gone.
Ah, before I forget, Mio, I'd like to ask you a favor in return for this.
Anything.
Thank you. I'll run through the particulars later. Oh wait, I actually know a very good place for talking. It's just...
No!
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that part.
Quest complete.
Yeah, boy!
Commander Teach of Colony Gamma has accepted the party's vision of the future and pledged to see it through together with them. So now, Teach is Thaumaturge, and class inheritor is Mio, which we expected. And you got new info. Ooh. So their role is healer, has both healing and defensive options, aimed to keep allies healed during a combo with an art that uses armor veil.
Yeah, because in the chain attack, it doesn't go to 99 TP.
Oh, okay.
It carries on.
Now
I
then,
noticed it this when we were
who
fighting.
wants to talk?
Right,
So, if you go to heroes,
yeah, there he is. So
and you've
locked,
also,
that one's locked. 'Cause
but
we've
they're
not-
in the party, which is why you can
Yeah,
probably select them.
yeah. So characters that can learn them are currently
It would be Mio.
Mio. So there they are.
Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Who's
10,
that?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16
Oh,
heroes.
right, yeah. So we can't do that yet, but this one can. So what's she currently?
So she should be a medic gunner because she's rank 5.
Where?
She's on. You're on it.
Oh right, okay. Shall I switch over?
It's
And
up
put
to
her
you.
as the-
You know, you get a bit of a
Okay.
boost for most
Put the healing
things.
to me.
Yeah, we'll try
Yeah.
it on this for a while because there's no harm in it, is there?
And then I guess you want to just do auto build to make the best one.
Yeah. Why? I need
There
to
you
get
go.
some more gems because I've only got.
Yep, you have not
One
done
minute.
any gem crafting.
I have not.
Okay. So yes, you can see that Colony Sigma, Colony 9 are close by.
Colony 4 I've
Obviously done
unlocked.
Colony
I haven't
4,
done
Colony
Colony Iota.
and the Nopon caravans is a slow
Yeah.
thing, but we expected that.
Right, where is... Ooh.
Where's what?
Ooh, is it party skills?
What are you looking for?
That should make life
No,
a bit
this isn't
easier
it.
for
But
us.
oh,
What are you looking for?
there. I'm looking for the thing for the skills thing.
Right, so characters, skills,
Is it
or
skills?
is it
No,
interlink?
that's not it.
Right.
It's interlink. Yeah.
Okay,
Where's it?
well,
Oh, there
go
it
to
is.
interlink.
Yeah.
Then you can go to
and then
skills
skill
and
tree.
soul tree.
That's what I was looking for.
Right, okay.
Right. So what do we need to unlock?
Well, if you're unlocking new moves, then...
I don't have any more new moves.
no, I guess not for this one.
I think what I need to unlock next are these
For the
ones.
heat gauge ones. Okay.
So I think
So
the
the
nearest
top
is that one.
Yeah. So you unlock that.
You found power.
Then
Can't
that's
do that one.
150, so you can't do that yet.
So I think it's the same with this one now. I think I've unlocked everything.
Yeah, looks like it. So it's just to, you know, get the next heat gauge
Oh,
going.
actually, which one do I want? So that one's 100%
Well, you can't do that
attack.
one, so you can do this one.
Why not?
It's
Oh, right.
150, you only got 117. That's dexterity.
Power, eh?
That's also 150. That's healing power plus.
A new power,
okay.
eh?
And then also 150.
I'll just do it. Fine.
A new power,
Oh,
eh?
that makes sense if you're focusing on healing, so...
Oh, I've not got that one. I don't think I've done that one.
I
I think I bypassed it. By
Yes,
going...
you went around it.
Does that mean it's on?
No, you
No.
need to have 13 more SP for it. So for this one, you got the
I've still got
bottom and
two,
the top one
yeah.
to unlock, which you are not going to be able to do, unfortunately.
Sick new skill.
Nah. Too much to do there.
Yep.
Anyway,
Now then, Teach. You said you wanted to talk.
right. So everybody's got stuff.
Everybody will have
Discuss
affinity
our next
things.
steps.
So, yep, we know how to do the traversal. Down a desert's no problem.
Good to add more names.
So, they switch between healing and offensive. He's everywhere at once. That is the height of mastery. Welcome! Yeah, you haven't got any of these. Maybe you should sleep on it.
Nah.
So, yeah, the console didn't happen. We'd be left to our own devices.
Good to add more names.
Yeah, I think you can probably go and explore and talk to all these people later on because they're not going to offer anything unique.
It's not that. It's just that I do get affinity for things, and then that opens up
know.
new.
More names.
Would
Well,
you want me to not do this?
Well, it doesn't seem like they offer anything special,
Like I said, it offers up affinity for the place.
which is not special.
It-
If they have a eavesdrop thing, that will be a request to do, but otherwise just talking to them it gives you plus 10 affinity, but plus 10 affinity...
but
I
that
don't know what
opens
that
up
means.
new quests.
Right, okay.
So somebody over here.
Thanks for helping Kyrie, woo!
Good
Her
to
name
add
is
more names.
Zora as well.
You had two things, which is interesting.
What, talk to her once, then talk to her again?
Yeah.
I see some
Interesting.
relations have changed.
Chun.
That is a weird name for a person, but an okay name for a boat.
Good to add more names.
Okay. So, let's have a look at the royal family scandals of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, shall we? So, while Queen Elizabeth II was a constant presence in British life, during her record-long tenure, the monarch fought to keep her family's private affairs out of the public eye, attempting to avoid controversy. Even so, the royal family weathered several scandals during Elizabeth's 70-year reign, drama that inevitably captured worldwide attention. Here's a look back at some of the biggest dust-ups in the Queen's decades on the throne.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
The unhappy marriage of Princess Anne. Princess Anne, the Queen's only daughter and a popular member of the royal family, has seen her own love life splattered across tabloid front pages over the years.
Sorry, have we got that?
Yes, we've seen the Classy.
It's fine. I've got 40 minutes left of my one, so.
In 1973, Anne married an
Let's lay
army
out the
officer and
facts.
Olympic equestrian Mark Phillips in a lavish ceremony. Ooh, what's the favour from Teach? I want to know if you consider teaching the newbies in Colony Gamma. The flame clock was broken by your hand. conflict between Keves and Agnus continues. Newbies are going to need to be more proficient in battle if they're going to survive. You want us to teach them what we know? Yes, it'll be more meaningful coming from you. You'll become the model to emulate. So you've come to an understanding. I want them to take you as their role models. So, yep, they're just going to vent over nothing. It's vital to keep them from this, to keep them away from war. We'll help out. Where should we start? I'll support you through the beginner program. So you go through the personal histories.
Colony bulletin board. Interesting,
Yeah,
okay.
the soldiers will decide. Let the students choose the teacher. It emphasizes independence. They're curious about all of you, not just Mio. Let's give it a go. Thanks so much for helping me out. Okay, teachers.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to save.
So, Anne married Mark Phillips. Their nearly 20 years of marriage were reportedly unhappy ones amid rumours of infidelity on both
Obstructed
sides.
newbies team. Oh, is it that? That's it.
What's what?
It's here.
Oh, that's the bulletin board.
Yes.
Check the teaching requests. Live combat training and theoretical knowledge. Taion, Zakir, Mina, and Shun.
Got it
Oh,
all
that's interesting.
memorized.
This feels more like Xenoblade X, where you could pick up the side quest from the board.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Got it all memorized.
No more
Alright, okay,
teaching
so that's
requests.
it. So we need to discuss this now.
I would assume so, yeah.
Let's make the most of our break, guys.
Discuss. Taion!
I think we need to discuss this.
Anybody request you as a teacher, Noah? Nope. So it's kind of depressing. Can I have a word with you, Noah? I'm not confident to do it alone. I'd appreciate your help. Noah's all I need. Sorry, Lanz.
Lanz, you're too stupid.
I'm only teaching theory. You know what I'm getting at. Gotcha. What are you getting at? Are you calling me stupid?
No, they're implying it.
Implying it. Do you even want to be involved? Ugh. Well, nah. Out of the pure goodness of my heart, I'll let him have this one. Knock him dead, Noah. Let's go to the colony square.
Okay. Let's also discuss the
Yeah,
other
I think
one.
you might as well
I think we need to
activate them
discuss
both.
this.
So, Eunie, a teaching assignment. Yay! I'm shocked they wanted me. You're a lot easier to approach than me or Lanz. You're a surprisingly caring person. To ashes with your surprisingly. What idiots have asked for us? You asked for by Foot Squad. They're a strong team skilled in battle, mainly attackers and defenders. They enjoy fighting, Foots in particular. Bunch of hot-blooded newbies. He's super rude. They don't take you seriously. We've got a prime opportunity. We can knock their attitude out of their heads and whip them into shape. Whipping's not really called for. Alright. Whip them good! We've got some rookies to teach. These aren't new recruits, don't break them.
Let's destroy them! Okay, so I think I have to go to the middle here.
Colony Square for Taion at least. Oh yeah, they're very close by. Oh, it was. The icons for the side quests flashed on the screen, but they seem to have disappeared, which is a bit odd.
There's a chest thing up there, but
There is.
I'll get it in a bit. I think that I need to go over here.
Okay, yeah.
Foots, so that's...
Yeah, this is Taion's.
This one's the one we need to do.
So you're the ones that asked for me. You've always been enthusiastic about asking me things. Yeah, we rate you highly. Put you forward for it. I'm a little puzzled. I don't remember asking for Kevesi. He's going to assist me. So, several problems to solve. Gauge your understanding of basic tactics and situational awareness.
No objections. Do you have a problem with that guy? Why?
Because I'm racist. I abide by his decision. I agree with Mina. I'm not going to go against Teach on this. I don't think I have enough information to judge whether Keves is trustworthy. It's kind of my job to look into these things. So, what are you going to do? Ooh, what if I answer the questions as well? So that's why you participate in it. It's easier to solve than a straightforward contest. Make a difference. You're okay with this? It's better than to prod at each other to test their nerve. Contest with a clear winner and loser. Alright, we're here to learn.
Have we got to do a quiz now?
I would hope so. That's the whole point of theoretical stuff.
Ooh, I don't want to do quiz. Okay.
Well, you did pick it. Okay.
So they went in here, didn't they?
Yes. There you are. Combat-related problems.
Let's go. Okay.
What should an attacker typically do if targeted by the enemy? Redouble attack, pull back and wait for a defender to assist, or give up? Whose role is it to attract the enemy's attention? Soldiers, defenders, or strong fighters?
Defenders.
What happens to some enemies when they're in trouble? They get enraged, become alert, or they get confused.
When they're in trouble, they get enraged normally.
Which of these is not a benefit of inflicting daze? Attacks always hit, allies recover HP, normal arts will not accumulate aggro. So which one's not a benefit of inflicting daze?
I think all allies recover HP.
Which attacks weaken the enemy? Buffs, debuffs, or passive?
Weaken.
Weaken the enemy.
Buffs. That's not an attack, is it? None of them are attacks. That's not fair.
Buff is for yourself, debuff is for the enemy, passive is just always active.
So passive?
No. Buffs
Debuff?
is for yourself, debuffs is for the enemy, passive is always active. It's debuffs.
Oh, which attacks weaken? Right. Sorry, I'm not with it today, honestly.
You scored 0 out of 5.
Really?
No. Let's take a quick break. You're having some trouble, don't let it get you down. My score will show you. Okay. What's up next, Taion? Situational awareness. Maybe I'll study up to be safe.
Did I get some wrong?
I don't know. It's a good thing you did a save beforehand, anyway.
Find out, I guess.
What is the name of the desert in the Fornis region?
Dana.
That's the only desert we know. What does black fog cause?
Extinction event.
Is it? I thought it was annihilation. I'm not sure, but I thought it was. Which colony rank comes after copper?
Steel? We don't know this. We haven't found this yet.
I don't know. I would assume it's iron, but maybe not. Maybe it is tin. We don't know.
Tin should be before copper.
Should it?
Copper plus tin equals iron.
Does it? I don't know. Where did Colony Sigma and Colony 9 fight? Nevernight Plane, Everblight Plane, or Severwhite Plane?
Well, I only know Everblight, so I'm going to choose Everblight.
What is the name of the jewel that can be mined in the Aisha region? Crimson Moon
fucking
Bloom,
idea.
Delicate Bell, and Purple Ring Pine.
I don't know
Just
any
guess.
of these. This is a complete
So much for
guess.
studying. Zakir's got a good grasp. You did give us some pretty fiendish questions. And as for Noah, good effort, but you were just a whisker away from Zakir's score. Oh,
Which ones did we get wrong?
I don't think it will tell you. I obviously want you to teach this stuff to them. To whom? Irie and Foots. They're not good at sitting quietly. Need to learn more about combat situations they can't brute force their way out of. They'll tarnish teacher's good name.
I literally didn't know any of those. We've not got up to that part of the game.
You didn't study?
I didn't.
No? Isn't that something you should say before all this? Noah, let's not beat around the bush. What do you have to say for yourself? I lost and I accept that. I have no right. Even if Noah had won the competition, it wouldn't have made you trust the Kevesi anymore. Absolutely right. The competition meant nothing.
So we must have different dialogue than if we had got more right.
I assume so. The fact you agreed to it is important, though. You're optimistic. Well, we've compromised. It doesn't matter whether it's playing games or being honest about our feelings. The important thing is we come to know each other. Just want to help. That's the truth, and I want you to know it. Okay, prove it! I deem you an acceptable instructor. Thank you.
Oh, come on.
Quest complete. Well, you still got the stuff, the XP and so on. Whether you got rewards for doing it properly, I don't know. Oh, there were more questions that you got asked. So it chooses a selection. Interesting.
Did I get the answers right or wrong or what? Obviously not.
Well, I'll come over on to after you do this, because I assume this will be a combat one.
Probably. Discipline them!
No time like the present. Mock battle time! It's the best whip there is. Oh, she wants to do weightlifting. We'll show them on, we're on a different level. Everyone wants to get strong! We're teaching you runts how to fight. Psh. Mock battle sounds fine. Did you psh at me? You must have imagined it. All in your head? I strength train every day. It'd be a good experience. Aww. Majority has spoken! So, the Keves knows us better than Sena does. Don't run away in terror yet. Quit yapping. You don't respect me at all.
Let's fight!
Okay, so...
Are these lessons of yours really that tough?
If you need some guidance, you are always welcome.
So, Taion's questions. Which of these is not a benefit of inflicting days? Recovering HP. Which attacks weaken the enemy? Debuffs. What happens to enemies when they're in trouble? They get enraged. Who attracts the enemy's attention? Defenders. So you got all of those correct, I believe. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, what should an attacker do typically if targeted by the enemy's pullback? Which I think you also got correct.
Yeah, I did pull back.
The second set of questions is... so, let's see...
I wouldn't have got these right though because I don't know much about the game because I've only just started.
So, Black Fog causes an annihilation event. The desert in the Forest region is Dana Desert. The colony rank after Copper is Iron. Where did Colony Sigma and Colony 9 fight is Everblight Plain. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the fifth one?
I got those right, didn't I? It was the one about the gem or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, what gem is
mined? Oh, what is the name of the jewel that can be mined in the Asia region? The Delicate Bell.
Right, well, that's the one I got wrong then, because I didn't get the other ones wrong, I don't think.
If you win the quiz, it should say, Noah won against Zakir, but it isn't the result that what matters, it's what's learned along the way. Keep up the good work to win the newbie's trust. So yeah, the quest doesn't really matter, you can answer them all incorrectly, I guess. I'm just wondering if you get better stuff if you do.
I got one question wrong, to be fair, that wasn't actually that bad.
No. There's
Maybe
a very
I didn't
obscure collectible thing.
I don't know whether I got more than one question wrong, to be fair, whether I'm just misremembering my answers.
No, you did Crimson Light something.
Well, I didn't know the gem, so
yeah, I get it.
It's gonna happen.
Right. So let's see. Yeah. Either way, the answers to the quest don't matter, the quest will still complete and you get the same rewards. So it didn't matter either way. It was just a fun thing to test your knowledge.
Train attack!
Would you like to hear the questions that you didn't get asked?
Yes.
Okay. So, have a look at questions. Okay, so there's a question about combo routes, but the answer to that is which of these combo routes is incorrect. So you need to see the options. So that was Beguiling Charms. What's the name given to class-specific techniques, which is talent arts? What should? Oh no, you have to ask that. Talent art. What is the most important component of a chain attack? The balance of rolls. Then. Who led their colony to victory over colonies simultaneously? So we'll call Ethel. Which statement about the flame clocks in the iris is correct? In the Keves, it's the right eye. In Agnus, it's the left. The highest rank in a colony is Consul. And the equipment that is exclusive to Kevesi soldiers is a power frame. I think you've got to ask you the questions anyway, so.
It's a shame I only got. It's a shame I got that
You
one
got
wrong.
one wrong out of 10, so it's a bit unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, so anyway, back to
what day
controversies of Queen Elizabeth.
Where is days?
In 1989, letters written to Princess Anne by Timothy Lawrence, a naval commander charged with caring for the royal family's horses, were famously stolen and leaked to the Sun newspaper. The tabloid publicly pledged not to publish them and handed them over to the British authorities, but it continued to print speculation about the extramarital relationship. Under pressure from a news outlet that threatened to reveal the author of the letters, Buckingham Palace issued a statement acknowledging their existence, prompting tabloid headlines such as "Royal Marriage Crisis" and "Can this marriage be saved?"
Is that the same tabloid that posted the nude pictures of Kate Middleton? Because she had her boobs out, didn't she?
I don't know. So Anne formally separated later in 1989 and divorced in 1992 during the so-called Annus Horribilis. 8 months after her divorce from Philip, Anne married Lawrence. Another controversy, Philip's comments. The Queen's late husband of more than second decades carved out a role for himself, not just as a loyal and supportive royal consort, but also as a man whose frequent, excruciating remarks offended many people at home and abroad. When he died in April 2021 at the age of 99, Philip left behind a complicated legacy. To his fans, he was a servant of Queen and Country. To others, he was a symbol of white male privilege. In Australia in 2002, Philip asked a group of Indigenous Australians, "Do you still throw spears at each other?"
Honestly, he was super racist.
He told a 13-year-old boy he was too fat to be an astronaut. He declared that British women can't cook. And during a 1986 visit to China, he told a British student, if you stay here much longer, you will go home with slitty eyes.
Yeah, he was a big racist.
That was Philip for you. So it's kicking off. Bring it. Second phase. Okay. To residents of the Cayman Islands, he said, "Aren't most of you descended from pirates?" When he met Nigeria's president, who was wearing traditional robes, he declared, "You look like you're ready for bed." He also once asked a disabled man on a mobility scooter, "How many people have you knocked over this morning on that thing?"
He just had a very odd sense of humour. He just said whatever came into his head. He really did. And, you know, it's...
I wonder who else I know has that problem.
Not racist.
No, not racist, but just saying what comes into your head.
Yeah. It sounds racist though. I was like, okay, where'd that come from? Mm-hmm. I do just speak before thinking, but yeah, I don't have a problematic thought. That's my thing.
Exactly.
Nothing that I do is harmful. But so that they've got problems with racism within the royal family. They've got problems with people enjoying the company of younger people.
Well, we'll come on to that later on, because that is also in the list. But,
Too much.
Yeah,
naughty.
See. I need a break! Zora, you okay? You're gonna shatter my eardrums. I'll avenge you! Oh god, he's still going. You can't say that. One more round, I'll beat you black and blue.
Oh, again, okay.
Yeah.
Rounds are getting shorter and shorter.
Charles and Diana. King Charles III, the eldest son of Queen Elizabeth II, has faced strong criticism from the public for decades, much of it stemming from troubles that emerged during his marriage to Princess Diana. Charles, who succeeded to the throne after Elizabeth's death, married Diana in 1981 in a ceremony that was televised around the world. Over the next 3 years, Diana gave birth to Prince William and Prince Harry. Soon after, the public watched the fairy tale couple's relationship crumble through revelations of infidelity, a leaked phone conversation between the prince and his mistress, and a separation turned divorce at the Queen's urging. During this time, Diana, who said in an interview that she wanted to be the Queen of people's hearts, had the public's favour. Some Britons blamed Camilla Parker Bowles, whom Charles would marry in 2005 and is now Queen Consort, for the breakdown of the marriage. There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded, Diana said in a 1995 interview. Public anger towards Charles mounted when Diana died in a car accident in 1997, which shocked the world and drew scrutiny to the responses from the Prince and Queen.
Yeah, but some people think that it wasn't an accident. Some people think that it was set up, basically.
The sovereign subjects thought that the Queen was too quiet, much as the rest of the world, it seemed, was devastated by Diana's death. Ultimately, in a breach of royal protocol, Elizabeth bowed her head when Diana's coffin passed by Buckingham Palace. And they've got like a little clip showing off that she actually did that.
Yeah, it's really uncommon for a queen to bow to anyone.
Yes.
In
the
fact,
whole point is that they're supposed to be the highest authority in the land.
so you don't bow when you're the highest authority. But I think it's possibly one of the first recorded times of that even happening ever.
Then we've got Prince Harry. Years before Prince Harry removed himself from official royal duties, his antics as a young adult drew intense scrutiny from the press and his family.
I've seen Prince Harry's bum.
Perhaps the most memorable of Harry's scandals was his costume at a 2005 party where he came dressed as a Nazi, donning a uniform with a swastika on the armband. Harry, then 20 years old, was caught after a photograph taken at the party was sold to British tabloid The Sun, which headlined its front page, "Harry the Nazi." A royal statement attributed to Harry said, "I am very sorry if I have caused any offence or embarrassment to anyone. It was a poor choice of costume and I apologise." He previously drew criticism for public intoxication, including a tussle with a paparazzo outside a nightclub and for smoking of marijuana. He was made to go to rehab over the later incident, but only to observe the consequences of drug use. Then we come to Prince Andrew. Elizabeth's third child has been the subject of numerous controversies, but none larger or more damaging for the royal family than the revelation of 2011 of his friendship with Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Well, that's when they had the
God, it's been a long time. I didn't
It's
realise
been going on for a long time.
I didn't realise it was that long ago.
So Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell have both been convicted of sexually exploiting teenage girls. One of their victims, Virginia Giuffre, said Epstein trafficked her to Andrew when she was 17 years old. Andrew has denied the allegations and has not been criminally charged. In 2019, he gave a disastrous interview to the BBC defending his relationship with Epstein, causing a number of organisations to cut ties with him and forcing him to step back from his public duties as a royal. A month later, the BBC aired an interview with Giuffre in which she described the alleged encounters with Andrew and said, "He knows what happened, I know what happened, and there's only one of us telling the truth, and I know that's me."
Basically, he didn't defend himself at all, really.
In 2021, there was a lawsuit filed against him accusing the prince of assault. Andrew's lawyers unsuccessfully sought to dismiss the suit, and when a judge ruled that it could proceed, the royal family distanced itself from him. Soon after, Buckingham Palace announced that he would be stripped of his military affiliations and royal patronages, and that he would be defending this case as a private citizen.
Prince Philip allegedly didn't like Meghan Markle because of him being a massive big racist.
Allegedly, yes.
And subsequent children as well. The other thing was that there's been this guy, I don't know if you've seen this, some guy's coming out saying that he's the illegitimate son of Charles. Have you seen this?
Sure, no, I've not
Charles
seen
and
this.
Camilla. It's really recent.
We're in trouble, Nagumo. They're amazing. These are in a different league.
I don't know if it's true.
Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. You've got nerve. Yeah, we do. You still look so fresh, Miss Eunie. Feel free to challenge me anytime as long as you don't mind losing. I look forward to seeing your face.
They need a healer.
Miss Eunie? Sena, you better be ready too. Be prepared. Why don't I get a nice title? I'm knackered. You don't get to decide when the lesson's over. This is where it really begins. What? So let's have a little strength training competition. I'm done for. Strength training is the only way. You should be in tip-top condition. It has to be now. You have to train. It's the only way. Train your muscles. Is she serious? This is what I mean when you are too cocky. Oh well, do your best. You're joining too, Miss Eunie.
No!
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, you did live combat training.
I see some relations have changed.
Yep, your affinity chart has updated. You got plus 500 affinity.
Oh,
So there you go. So
now.
the issues with Prince Andrew came more than a decade after a decade of scandalous headlines. It represented the result of frantic damage control during the biggest crisis for the House of Windsor since Diana's death. In February, Andrew settled for an undisclosed amount. In a one-page statement to the court, the parties agreed that Epstein trafficked countless young girls over many years. It is said that Andrew regrets his association with Epstein and commends the bravery of Miss Jufra and other survivors in standing up for themselves and then the last one on this list is the Megxit of Harry and Meghan. In February 2021, Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, sat down for an interview with Oprah Winfrey that would stun the world. By then, the pair had already announced their plans to quit their jobs as royals. I think you've got a...
Yeah, I know there's an overhearing
Eavesdrop.
thing, but I'm going to go up here first.
Okay. When the interview aired in March, the reasons they did so came to light, including allegations of racism from the UK tabloids, as well as the monarchy. Meghan, whose mother is black and father is white, told Winfrey that there were conversations at the palace about the skin colour of her son Archie while she was pregnant with him.
I think the comment was, hopefully he doesn't come out brown from Philip, from what I read.
At one point after
Something
their
like
marriage,
that.
Meghan said in the interview, "I just didn't want to be alive anymore." And in response to a request to help, Royal Human Resources
Hello?
told her there was nothing they could do because she was not a paid employee of the institution. Many noted the parallels between the couple's tell-all and the 1995 BBC interview with Harry's mother Diana when she spoke about Charles' affair, her struggles with bulimia, and the lack of support from the royal family. The 2021 interview was a first look inside the treatment that Harry and Meghan had received from the media and the monarchy that subsequently led them to relinquish their royal responsibilities. 2 days after the interview aired, Buckingham Palace said in a statement that the royal family was saddened to learn about Harry and Meghan's experience. The issues raised, particularly that of race, are concerning, the statement said. While some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and will be addressed by the family privately. Asked for the simplest answer for why they left, Harry replied, lack of support and lack of understanding.
Which is basically, they're a bunch of racists.
So yeah.
The problem is, a lot of Meghan Markle's treatment, especially by the press, has been compared to how his mother was treated.
Treated. Treat.
Oh, stop it. You married me, you knew how common that was.
Yes, that's what they said in the article as well. It's like, it has parallels between what Meghan has said and what Diana has said. So.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah.
Right, obviously can't do this with them all being inside.
You're gonna die.
I'm not, I just need to run away faster. Oh, we'll see.
Here we go.
Okay, yeah, you made it out.
Why I said be fine.
Wonder what's inside.
Right, I was just coming up here to get this because I saw it on the map. But I actually haven't quite finished up there, so I'm gonna go back up. Get away, nasty pasty.
Rocky to Ruppel.
We will rock you. Rock you.
Rock eat you.
Get your Goron ass out of here.
Okay, so what is your plan to do now?
I'm going to go and get the side quest that I've just had a rumour for. You watched me overhear it.
Oh no, I didn't watch you overhear it, but yes, it was the thing that was on the screen.
And then I'm going to go and do the other hero quest that we were doing before. Basically.
Sure.
Now the question is, have I had 40 minutes of food time or not? Order food. Nope. Discuss.
Discuss.
Hang on.
Banging.
Is it a baby?
No.
Could you all come round for a second?
So, what's this about Ethel? She saved Kyrie. That's like when Ethel saved us. It's emotional to think about. She did it all by herself. What a formidable warrior! So we can emulate Ethel.
That was
XP.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite expecting it to be that brief.
It's good to keep a
Right,
record.
okay.
Break time's over.
Shoo. I think that's nope.
Namuki!
Cat.
So, oh, something about non-pons? Interesting. If you get a chance, research Nopon subjects. And where did the Nopon caravan come from?
Just suddenly appeared. They don't have anything that I want now.
Why do Nopon
Actually, I think I will buy something
appear
because I think it adds to your affinity if you buy
every
something.
time
So I will just buy something.
Crimson Moonbloom!
There. Right.
One of everything, please.
Did it? No, it didn't. Okay. Right, so I think that's everything for here.
Seems like it.
So, have a look at the map. So, I think we've pretty much cleared everything. Obviously, there's still stuff to do over here.
Well, if you have a look at your list of side quests, you'll see what else there is.
Well, the thing to do was it not?
Have a look at your list of side quests.
Well, there's that one to get.
Yes.
But that's not. No, the thing that I was wanting to do. The thing that I was wanting to do last time, I'm sure, was to follow up here, because this is the Colony 9 stuff.
Okay, we'll check your list of side quests.
Honestly, where's it?
Go back. Go back. Go to quests. Go to the side quests.
It's this one. So it's this one here. So
Where the heart
yeah.
is.
Right. So right.
So add the necessary hero. So you didn't have him in the party. So now you might be able to see it on the map.
But I think it's where I said. I think it's somewhere over here.
It might be. There it is.
Yeah, it is. See, I was right. I think we'll go from here.
Why?
Go around on the left.
But it would have been quicker to go to the other one, which is closer.
Because I want to get stuff.
Okay.
Right now, I'm going to go.
You need to go north.
Wait. Go up though? No.
Huh? Is
Huh? Huh?
something so valuable here?
The question is, do I pop into
What
the
is digging it for?
thing there or not? Ooh, what the?
Ooh, that's interesting.
What?
Google has blacked out their logo.
Stop us. Out
For
of
the
my
Queen?
way.
For the Queen, yeah. It's interesting, because I don't remember them doing anything similar for other, like, major heads of state dying.
We are Google UK. Are you on .co.uk or .com?
that's one. No, well,
It might be not the same on different Googles. It might just be for Google UK.
when I open a Chrome tab, it is loaded up Google with a black logo.
Yeah,
so,
but we're in the UK, so try google.ca or something.
Okay, I'll choose google.ca, which is also a Commonwealth of the UK.
Canada.
Yes, Canada, that's the whole point. Which also has the blacked out logo.
Right, we'll choose one that isn't in the bloody... You know what I was getting at?
Okay. Google.com also has it.
I'll claim the
Would you like me to do something like... What's a good...
Japanese?
JP? Sure, if that even exists.
It does.
So... Google... Google.co.jp. Yep, also has it as well. So I think it's just a...
Worldwide.
If it's a, you know, Google site.
It's not
worldwide.
for. It's not for the Queen.
Yes, it is.
Go back. There was a cancer research thing.
Yeah,
There, what's
that's
that?
a ribbon. Guess what? The ribbon's for Queen Elizabeth.
Oh. You're a billionaire. Maybe she had stocks and shares. in it.
Billionaire. Ooh, here we go. So these are some controversies that are more to do with the legacy of Queen Elizabeth and not to do with like the more recent history. Following the Queen's passing last week, there is a sharp increase of anti-monarchical sentiments, especially from immigrants and citizens of nations that were previously colonized by the British. The royal family holds a largely ceremonial role within the United Kingdom's government. Many argue, though, that the political power and influence that the Queen had over the government is more than enough for her to make lasting change. This will look at the major points of criticism that the royal family, especially the Queen, has faced. So, number 1, colonization and ties to slavery. In 1660, the Royal African Company was set up by the Duke of York, later King, James Stuart. Prince Rupert was also a founding shareholder. According to Slave Voyages, a research database, the Royal African Company shipped more than 111,000 enslaved people during the company's time selling enslaved people, not including those that were sent without documentation. Lecturer William Pettigrew's book, The Royal African Company and the Politics of the Atlantic Slave Trade, states that the company shipped more enslaved African women, men, and children to the Americans than any other single institution. The number of enslaved people traded resulted in profits and an increase in wealth for shareholders involved, many of them being members of the royal family. The Stuart Dynasty era possessions such as Kensington Palace and Hampton Court Palace have financial connections to the company. The Queen did not formally apologise for the Crown's connection to slavery or make attempts to pay reparations to victims of their trade.
I thought she did.
It says she didn't.
Right, I'm mistaken then, because I thought she did apologise.
The Koh-i-Noor Diamond. Before the arrival of the British, the large Mughal Empire had collapsed and several other entities grew, such as the Maratha Confederacy, the Gorkha Kingdom of Nepal, and the Sikh Empire. As the British East India Company expanded
Sikh as in the religion?
Yes.
Okay.
As the British East India Company expanded from its coastal trading port to larger territorial possessions of states and entire regions, it expanded to encompass much of India during this divided area of the subcontinent. Company rule ended in 1858 after the Sepoy Rebellion, and the British government took control of governance. The Anglo-Sikh War from 1845 to 1846 saw the company gain control of Jammu and Kashmir and partial control of the Sikh Empire. The conclusion of the war was marked by the Treaty of Lahore in 1846, signed by the Governor-General on the side of the British and Maharaja Duleep Singh on the side of the Sikhs. Duleep Singh was only 7 years old when this treaty was signed. The treaty included the transfer of the now infamous Koh-i-Noor Diamond to the Queen of England, Queen Victoria, and the future Empress of India. To this day, the British Crown maintains control over the Koh-i-Noor Diamond. This is despite claims of ownership by the governments of India, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. UK Prime Minister at the time, David Cameron, stated in response, "If you say yes to one, you suddenly find the British Museum would be empty. I'm afraid to say it's going to have to stay put." I mean, that's kind of the point of the British Museum, is that it stole a lot of stuff.
Well, that's what they were saying not too long ago. They were saying things like, with the Queen gone, a lot of the museums may find that they have people coming back to regain their artifacts.
Yeah, and guess what?
Too fucking right.
They would be entirely in their rights to do so.
Too fucking right. Come and take it. Come and take it. We nicked it all. I don't think a single English person would have a problem with it.
Such possession by the Crown is not a new concept to the United Kingdom or the royal family itself. Many of the British Museum's 8 million artifacts are sourced from cultural and historical artifacts that were looted by the rising empire in places such as Nigeria, Egypt, and India. The Queen did not return the diamond. Today, demands for the repatriation of such diamonds and gems from the royal family's collection continue to grow. This one talks about Prince Andrew. This one talks about Prince Diana. That's it, actually. So, it's a bit of a weird one, that too, because it's like, these are things that were in place before she came to power. But at the same time, she didn't do anything while she was in power to say, right, we'll try and make amends.
Yeah. A lot of the problem is omission, basically.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we should abolish the monarchy, but not while I'm the queen, because you know, I like having money.
We should do something about global warming, but not while I'm here, because you know we can deal with that. You can deal with that later.
Eunie, you okay?
Just feeling whist. This is where we went looking for fortune clovers, isn't it?
That's her favourite.
Oh yeah, you really made a big deal out of that.
Did not. Just wanted to wish upon one. All the
When
others
you
laughed
wish
in my
upon
face,
a fortune
said
clover.
I'd never find. Everyone but you guys and Zeke. You must remember, you're not the kind of guy who makes fun of people when they're trying their hardest. You help people in need.
...
Dot.
There's Is it
I know you've been
parentheses?
through all
Is?
sorts of crap,
No.
but you don't know the whole
Ellipses.
story.
What's parentheses? The dot in the middle.
No, that's just brackets.
What's parentheses?
Oh, I'm sure.
Parentheses is brackets.
Oh, right, okay.
There is no
What's the
such
dot in the
thing
middle?
as a traitor who rebels without cause.
What, you mean a full stop?
No, in the middle of the sentence. Like,
Yes.
not at the bottom.
Keves
There.
or Agnus.
They usually find
You've
it, like,
sent
in
many of
books
my
to, like,
comrades off.
signify a
No.
An interpunct.
interpunct. Ooh, I like that.
Time and time again, you save the dead. I know you do not make light of people's lives.
So you understand?
I do. But I can never be the friend who you...
You don't give a set tree, do you?
Setry?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't talking to you, Lance.
Excuse me?
Maybe we can't go back to the old days. But we can build something new.
Leave your platitudes for after. The battlefield awaits.
So stoic.
Don't worry.
2
We'll
stoic
win.
people together, very serious.
No one's
Subplot.
dying.
No one's dying. Never again.
Time to move. Stay sharp.
Stay sharp. So yes, an interpunct is known as an interpoint, middle dot, mid dot, or center dot. It's a punctuation mark consisting of a vertically centered dot used for interword separation in ancient Latin script.
It's not just ancient Latin, that's not very...
It's also called the
clear.
Georgian comma and the Greek middle dot. So it represents a short pause, a long pause, and a full stop.
Yes.
So, come on. Okay. More controversies of Queen Elizabeth. Princess Margaret, the younger sister of Queen Elizabeth, was the centre of several scandals that shook the monarchy at the beginning of her reign. Margaret, a rebellious beauty, was forced to renege on a 1955 engagement to Group Captain Peter Townsend, a handsome Air Force officer because of rigid customs of the day thought him unfit because he was divorced. Instead, she wed Anthony Armstrong Jones, a society photographer who adopted the name Lord Snowdon. After liaison with the landscape gardener Rod Llewellyn, who was 18 years her junior, the marriage collapsed. Greek Prince Philip. There was some controversy around a choice to wed the Greek Prince Philip. He distinguished himself in the Second World War, but he had sisters who were knit to Nazis. Yeah.
We can use the terrain for defensive advantage. First,
Hurt their
Before
morale.
that, we need to talk. I'll remain here and fight for as long as I stand. That's also part of the plan. It will be a grueling fight. I won't have time to be looking out for possible deserters.
Hold on. Are you telling us to find a chance to escape?
I never said that. But this battle should be of little importance to you.
Spark's sake, Zeon. Just how rotten do you think we are?
I see where you're coming from. But we're fighting on our own terms. We'll be seeing this through.
We owe a debt to Colony 9. Maybe it wasn't for very long, but it gave us somewhere to belong.
Was it for very long? It was for your entire life?
But not anymore.
Just shut it, you.
Or backwards, saying that
How
it wasn't for
often do
very
you accept
long.
Someone just wants to do a good deed. Eh? Get a clue.
And off we go.
Lance!
How often does he need telling not to abandon himself to his feelings?
Have you given in?
Can we go and defend him now,
Still.
please?
Might as well strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, boy, let's go!
Let's do some fighting.
Let's go! Fuck you,
So-
Agnes Jawblade.
So yeah, Greek Prince Philip was plagued by rumours he was having extramarital affairs. When Mike Parker, the Queen's private secretary, was forced to resign after his wife filed for divorce while Philip was on a solo tour of the Commonwealth, it sparked questions about the monarch's spouse. The Queen's spokesman declared it is quite untrue that there is any rift between the Queen and the Duke. Then talked about Diana and Camilla. This is strange. Recorded phone discussions between Diana and James Gilby, who referred to her as Squidgy. Then, and a reporter overheard a conversation between Charles and Camilla on the phone, during which the prince expressed his desire to return in life as Camilla's tampon.
Yeah, I did read this.
Yeah.
It's gross.
He's a weirdo. Diana said she had an affair with military officer James Hewitt, there had been 3 of us in the marriage.
To be fair,
which is a
like,
reference to Camilla.
not stating that that's not a nice thing to say because it's disgusting, and it's like, I don't understand why you'd even, but it was a private phone call. It's not like it was in a public, like, so it's not very fair holding him accountable for those discussions as they were in private, but I mean, come on, that's disgusting. Like, also, I have literally never, it has never ever been something that crossed my mind. The royal family using sanitary products just doesn't, for some reason, in my head, they just don't do that.
They're not animals, you know?
I know,
they
but
aren't secretly lizard people hiding in human skin.
But in my head, they don't do body functions.
No.
Like, I don't know why that's the case. It just is in my head. They're sort of like, they're not, that doesn't, they're not included in that, you know? I don't know why. Same as celebrities, like, you can't imagine David Beckham having a shit, can you? Like, it just doesn't, yeah. I can't explain why. It, for some reason in my head, doesn't comprende.
Ooh. Here's some. So people are asking, what did the Queen do that was controversial? So someone said, in 2002, Diana's former butler was on trial for stealing some of the late princess's things. Over the course of the trial, there were rumours that among the items were documents revealing damaging secrets about the royal family. The Queen remembered a conversation with the butler in which he told her he was keeping safe some of Diana's things. This recollection led to the immediate collapse of the prosecution's case against the butler, and the whole thing smells fishy to me. If the worst of my interpretation were true, it would mean that the Queen had perverted the course of justice. For the sovereign to do that would be treason, in my opinion. So, someone's got an opinion.
Everybody always has an opinion, don't they?
Exactly. Including us! Woo. Let's see.
More now on the
More
now on the British monarchy.
Shut that right down.
By an American.
Any tab that autoplays sound gets immediately cut off, and if I can remember to do it, blocked. Because, shut up.
What, just from autoplays?
There is no reason for autoplay to automatically play anything with sound. Like,
I mean, it is kind of designed to do that, but you know.
I understand the idea of, here's a video that you might be interested in, we'll autoplay it. But autoplaying it with sound is a no-no, because, you know, that's intrusive, I would say. Anyway, so, talks about Dan and Charles, Princess Anne's love story, Harry the Nazi.
Harry the Nazi.
Harry's Vegas adventure. Whatever happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas, not when it comes to the royal family. In 2012, naked images of the 27-year-old British prince who was on break before his Afghanistan
Told you I saw his bum.
duty were splashed everywhere. He said after the incident, at the end of the day, I probably let myself down. I let my family down, I let other people down. It was probably a classic example of me probably being too much army and not enough prince. It was a simple case of that.
Didn't let me down at very perky bum. Very nice.
I did not sign up for this.
The female gaze was right.
Want us to run him down?
We aren't here to kill each other. Pull back now, and we won't pursue you.
I'll bet you won't.
I've actually seen, so I've seen Harry's bum. I've seen Kate Middleton's boobs. I've seen Meghan Markle's boobs, but I think everybody's seen those. Who else? I think that might be it.
That might be it.
I think that's it.
Maybe.
Let me see.
Always keep your ace in reserve. That's how the game's played.
Don't falter. We have Kite and the others holding the fort.
Yeah, and we'll hold the line here. Whatever it takes.
Yep, there you go. Agnus Vanguard! And yes, there were some pictures of Kate Middleton topless. Let's see. Talked about Megxit again.
Wasn't it on a front cover of a magazine?
Most likely, yes.
But I can't remember. I think it was a French magazine. They got sued for it though. I think. It was taken through the eye of a telescope from a private holiday home.
It's very zoomed in, I would say.
Yeah, it's from a private holiday home. They would have had to have been watching for bloody ages to get that, I tell you that.
Well, it's kind of, if you're working as a photographer and you know these people are in the area, chances are you're just going to stick around for any type of photographs you can get, never mind one that has them topless. Alright, so I think this article is literally the other article I just read out and copied and pasted. Yeah, it talks about Squidgy, Annus Horribilis, Andrew, Megxit. Yeah. It's weird how many times you see the same thing over and over again.
It's because, you know, one tabloid does it, everybody does.
Yeah.
Squad leader's been hit! Pull back!
There's also been things on the Crown that have come up that are rumour, not real.
No.
So
That's a drama thing, so it's like, yeah, we need to...
But then the tabloids report on that as if it's fact.
yeah.
So some of it you got to kind of take with a pinch of salt because not all of it's true.
Keeping your
But
hands clean.
you know,
You're gonna learn that the hard way. You'll see.
the thing is, what happened with Kate was particularly unfortunate because that could only happen in modern day because cameras were not that powerful.
Nope.
Don't let it get to you.
The thing with Harry, he was pretty much against a window with his arse.
Yeah.
That you could have had a freaking camera phone and that would have been fine. You could have caught that. In fact, I think it probably was on a camera phone.
You won
You
in
know.
the end.
So,
I did.
but not with Kate. It was
Because
really
you always
rude
held
with Kate.
back.
That's not true.
You hated the very idea of fighting. That's how it seemed to me. And back then, I thought you'd never survive with that lofty idea. I was wrong. If we don't stand for something greater, strife and conflict will grow ever fiercer. We would end up fighting not for the flame clock, but for our own bloodlust. That is who we are. It was never going to be easy.
Music's great.
Yeah,
It is indeed.
I'm still trying to figure out what's right myself.
Really righteous for a side
But there's
quest.
something
It is,
I want to
actually.
change. And to do that, I have to change myself.
Stoic characters, you know.
Kite and the others pull through okay. It seems we've averted disaster. For now.
Not quite. There's still unfinished business. Zeon, I want you to understand the things we've seen. The truth about the flame
Oh,
clocks.
sorry, that was my tummy.
Just let us explain. After that, we'll let you have the final say.
Thinking about the poppadom crisps we have.
Mm-hmm.
Got these new
As you wish.
poppadom crisp things.
It
Oh,
also
what are they?
saves us an awkward
Are they
silence
not
on the way
sensations?
back.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like mango
But
chutney
don't get your
flavour.
hopes up.
They're like a little bit Indian, but not a
That's
lot.
fine.
Um,
Thank you.
like the poppadom and dip you get
I'll
at
round
the
up
start.
everyone in the square.
But they're a bit
first,
airy.
To
They're really
Colony
nice.
9.
I am thinking about those.
Yes, you think about this and not what's on the screen.
Yeah.
Where the heart is! And you need to go back to Colony 9, I would assume.
It's that way, is it? I think that way that's not. Didn't exclude. Yes, there is.
I think it's because you couldn't.
Possibly, yeah. I'm gonna go and check it out. Oh, yeah, because this is where we start the game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go and check it out now whilst
I
I'm
don't know
here.
whether you will be able to. Agnus airdrop! Attention!
Well, let's go and see what the crack is over there.
Now, will the game say, it's too dangerous for you, go away?
Oh, it was this way, wasn't it?
Kind of, I guess. It's hard to tell without you being able to see how much of the map is uncovered.
There it is.
That's the supply drop.
That wasn't where I was going, but it is now.
Yeah, because you can see it. Yeah, not quite.
So now I'm just wondering if I can.
And the game says...
Yes, because I'm
The
going
game
further
says
than I
yes,
could have.
yeah.
I couldn't go this way before.
Nope. And you're going to die.
Oh, I can't do that. Uncharted territory, boys.
Yes,
Uncharted
level
territory.
40 uncharted territory, which means that you are definitely going to die if you try to get through it.
Yeah, so that's not going to happen. But we'll go to where I was going to go, which is to go and get that ether channel that was up here.
Okay.
I think you're right, though. I think I couldn't go there before.
Yeah.
I think I can
So,
now.
here are 18 record-breaking, controversial, and weird facts about the Queen.
Record-breaking?
Yes. So, blah, 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 blah.
Is it?
The
No.
death of Queen Elizabeth II at the age of 96 represents a monumental shift for the British monarchy and the people of England. Royals have died before, of course, but the Queen ruled for more than 70 years and represented a certain stability and decorum that held the institution of the royal family together as it slowly grew more visibly anachronistic, battered by endless scandals. Naturally, her passing has prompted countless efforts to put her reign into the proper historical context. Think of her as the Welsh Chamberlain of monarchs, setting records and altering paradigms that haven't been touched before and likely will not be after.
To her credit, most of the controversy
Isn't actually related to her.
has been her family.
It's the family, yes. But because she's the Queen, she's the head of the family.
Yeah.
So. Elizabeth was Queen for 70 years and 214 days, making her the longest reigning British monarch and the second longest reigning monarch of all time, one of just 4 to rule for 7 or more decades. Just ahead of her is Louis XIV of France at 72 years and 110 days from 1643 and 1715, who benefited from a head start, ascending the throne at just 5 years old. Just behind the Queen is Bhumibol Adulyadej, aka Rama IX of Thailand, that was 70 years and 126 days, and Johann II of Liechtenstein, 70 years and 91 days. At the time of her death, at least 9 out of every 10 living human beings have never known a British monarch other than Elizabeth. That's the weird thing.
Well, we haven't.
She's been Queen for 70 years. 9 out of 10 people on the planet didn't know a British monarch apart from Queen Elizabeth.
Apparently there's only 7 degrees of separation as well, so like we're not actually that far away from...
Yeah.
being
She's been
Queenie's
Queen
mate.
for almost 30% of all US history.
Oh my god!
And that's just because people forget that the US is a relatively
It's a baby.
new country.
God, that really puts it into perspective, though. I really didn't think that. Because, I mean, it's not like that for the UK's history. I mean, the English embassy was... I mean, we've... What? 3... No, more than 300, actually. How many years have we been going?
A long time.
Fucking long time.
Yes.
Fair enough.
So, Queen Elizabeth's rule spanned 15 British Prime Ministers, with Liz Truss becoming the latest in just 2 days before the Queen died.
Mega irony because she was against the monarchy.
Yes, it was Liz versus Liz, and Liz won. And 14 American presidents, all of whom she met with in person.
14, right.
Besides Lyndon Johnson.
Oh, there's a drop up there as well. Unless that's a different one. Same one.
The Queen ruled for so long that she made her eldest son Charles the longest serving heir apparent in British history at 73.
It's a different one.
King Charles took over immediately upon her
nice.
death, though an official coronation won't take place until after the period of national mourning. During her reign, the Queen travelled over 1 million miles, or the equivalent of 40 journeys around the Earth. That makes her the most well-travelled monarch in British history. The Queen's wealth is tricky to calculate. Forbes estimated the value of the royal family's holdings at $28 billion. As the New York Times pointed out, though, not all that belongs to the Windsors personally. Profit generated by the $16.5 billion Crown Estate portfolio of real estate holdings, for instance, goes to the government, with a stipend going back to the royal family in return. Fortune puts the Queen's private wealth at $500 million. That will go to King Charles, and he won't have to pay inheritance tax.
Why?
Because he's the king.
Can you imagine if he did, though? Fuck, that would be a lot. How much is inheritance tax 20%, or is it like the rest of the tax, or is it more?
I'm not sure. It probably works differently depending on how much you're giving away and so on.
Can we find out? Because I am very, very curious.
Okay, you want to learn about inheritance tax?
Yeah, because we have talked about it in the family, obviously, but we haven't talked about it.
Don't say this isn't an educational stream, boys. So, inheritance tax. Inheritance tax is a tax on the estate, property, money, and possessions of someone who has died. Usually, there is no inheritance tax to pay if the value of the estate is below £325,000, or if you leave everything above the threshold to your spouse, civil partner, a charity, or a community amateur sports club. If you give away your home to your children, the threshold can increase to £500,000. If you're married or in a civil partnership, your estate is worth less than your threshold. Any unused threshold can be added to your partner's threshold when you die. The standard inheritance tax rate is 40%. It's only charged on the part of your estate that is above the threshold. For example, if your estate is worth $500,000, your tax-free threshold is $325,000. The inheritance tax charge will be 40% of $175,000, which is $500,000 minus $325,000.
40% is massive! Oh my god!
40% is huge, but again, it depends on how much your estate is actually worth.
Well, 40% less than whatever it's worth.
Exactly.
That's a lot. That is a huge amount.
The estate can pay inheritance tax at a reduced rate of 36% on some assets if you leave 10% or more of the net value to charity.
Makes sense in some cases to do so then. No, actually no, because then it...
Some gifts that you give while you're alive may be taxed after your death. Depending on when you gave the gift, taper relief might mean the inheritance tax charge on the gift is less than 40%.
Isn't it 10 years before you die? So like if you gift something and then...
7 years.
Is it 7 years? Oh, right,
Gifts
okay.
given less than 7 years before you die may be taxed depending on who you give the gift to, the value of the gift, and when it was given.
Yeah, because I was going to say, because that is something that we've discussed with family, isn't it? Like, giving away bits before, unfortunately, inevitable.
You have to make the assumption that you are not going to die within 7 years of giving the gift, otherwise you will pay the inheritance
Well, you'd fucking
tax.
hope not, wouldn't you?
Exactly. That's why people are suggesting to give stuff away earlier rather than later.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, we give away everything to our son now. Pretty much every spare penny we get goes straight into his little account, doesn't it?
Other reliefs, such as business, may allow some assets to be passed on free of inheritance tax or with a reduced bill. Funds from your estate are used to pay inheritance tax to HMRC. This is done by the person dealing with the estate, called the executor, if there's a will. The beneficiaries, or the people who inherit your estate, do not normally pay tax on things they inherit. They may have related taxes to pay, for example, if they get rental income from a house that was given to them in a will. People you give gifts to might have to pay inheritance tax, but only if you give away more than $325,000 and if you die within 7 years. So, yes.
You can give $325,000 per year, is that right?
No. $325,000 in total of your estate.
Right, okay. As if we've got money. We don't have a fucking penny.
Inheritance tax, if you... So basically, if it's worth less than $325,000, you don't pay anything. If it's worth more than $325,000, if you leave it to your spouse, civil partner, charity, or community amateur sports club, you don't pay it either. But you may need to pay. You may need to report the value of it. If you give it away to your children or grandchildren, it increases to $500,000.
Such a headache behind my eyeball.
Yeah.
I've got a headache that runs all the way from my ear to my eye. What's that? Is that sinuses?
It's called a headache.
Very funny. Is it sinuses?
I have no idea.
Rebels.
So, going back to the Queen and why Charles isn't going to pay inheritance tax. The crown jewels include the largest diamond ever found, the Cullinan, which weighed 3,106... Oh, hang on, is that 3,000? Yeah, 3,106 carats before it was cut into 9 separate diamonds. Battle Scar Hulk. Oh, it's a Pharaonis. Right, okay.
Oh, this will be fucking... Oh, shit!
Of course there is. You're in a completely new area.
I'm dead.
You're going to get one shot.
I'm definitely dead. Run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away, run away. Ooh, shit. Ooh,
so, the largest of the Cullinan's gems is set inside the Sovereign's Scepter with Cross, which is used at coronations and other important events. The royal family says the Cullinan was presented as a gift from the British colony of the Transvaal Republic in 1907, but South African township leaders have claimed it was stolen and demand its return. The Queen's coronation in June 1953 was the first major royal event to be fully broadcast on TV. At the age of 19, Elizabeth was the first female British royal to serve as an active duty military member. She drove and worked on a range of military vehicles during World War II, including ambulances as part of the Auxiliary Territorial Service. The Queen visited over 100 countries as head of state. She carried out roughly 21,000 engagements. She hosted 113 heads of states from other countries, including Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia, Japan's Emperor Hirohito, and finally President Donald Trump. She gave more than 180 garden parties at Buckingham Palace, attended by more than 1.5 million people.
Didn't she have a birthday party there every year as well?
I don't know. The Queen also secretly vetted over 1,000 pieces of legislation before they came into Parliament, vetoing a few of them. Thanks to these controversial powers, the Queen and the royal family were exempted from laws that prevent race and sex discrimination. As late as 1968, coloured immigrants or foreigners were banned from working in Buckingham Palace office roles.
As when?
1968. The Queen famously loved corgi dogs, owning over 30 of them in her lifetime, dating back to the first royal corgi, Dookie, in 1933.
Bred by her son, Andrew.
What?
Andrew bred them for her.
In 1933?
No. In later life.
Well, I'm reading the entire thing, and that had nothing to do with what I just
That's
said.
what her recent ones were.
The Queen famously loved corgi dogs, owning over 30 of them in a lifetime, dating back to the first royal corgi, Dookie, in 1933. Her last corgi died in 2018. She didn't want to breed any more that would live on after she died. She was replaced by 2 dorgies, a crossbreed between a Dachshund and a corgi that the Queen is credited with inventing.
She had 3 at the end, which were gifted from Prince Andrew, who bred them.
Is this like a rare thing?
Okay. Guaranteed.
The Queen's corgis are dead, long live the dorgies.
Right, so doggies then.
Yes, the dorgies, which is what I just said, the Dachshund and the corgi.
Yeah.
So, the last
They're
corgi
so cute,
died.
though.
Willow was 15 and was put down after suffering from cancer. Taking it the first time, the monarch has not owned a corgi since the end of the Second World War. So,
She didn't want to outlive them.
in 2015, the Queen stopped breeding corgis because she did not want to leave any behind after she died.
How do I freaking get
She's
to
still
that?
got 2 dogs, Vulcan and Candy, which are informally known as dorgies, a crossbreed between a Dachshund and a corgi introduced to the royal household when Princess Margaret Dachshund Pipkin mated with one of the Queen's dogs. Vulcan and Candy appeared alongside Willow on the front cover of Vanity Fair in 2016 to celebrate the Queen's 90th birthday. So Willow was the last one to be shown in the 2012 Olympics ceremony in London.
Can't actually go to Colony 9 right now.
Oh, interesting.
I can't skip travel there at least, so I need to go. It
You can
must
probably
be.
walk there.
Yeah, I can, but
So walk there because you got Zeon in the party.
yeah, it's quest related stuff.
Yeah.
We can do it.
I'll do it. I'll go there in a second. Just to get these special materials and stuff.
The Queen had a close relationship with the British Jewish community, according to the Jewish Telegraphic Agency, which extended as far as hiring a mohel to circumcise Prince Charles, which was considered unusual at the time in Britain.
Mohel.
M-O-H-E-L.
Is that like a priest?
Maybe?
I don't know this term. Could we find out what this
Me
is?
neither.
I don't know much about Jewish tradition. Don't want to be naive about this thing. Mohel. Is it like a priest?
A Jew trained in the practice of Brit Milah, the covenant of circumcision.
Oh, so it's a special person for
Oh, the
this
Consuls
particular
there.
role.
Our heroes return.
Which one though?
Good
Oh,
work,
him.
Zeon.
The Joker one.
No.
Where have you been?
Just watching from the sidelines. And I must say, it was quite a spectacle.
Put lightning bolts on his head.
He does.
In what way?
Beg pardon. I forget. You drones have no aesthetic sense.
Oh.
Your droll skirmish was one thing. It almost put me to sleep. But this here... Well, I'd say the colony is due a promotion.
I recall no droll skirmish.
The one where these maggots surfaced. Loads of little worms plotting together with Agnus, then deserting their duty like the cowards they are. Truly disgusting. A disgrace to the colony. And And that goes for the ones who croaked for nothing, too. Even calling that droll is a disservice to the word.
Croaked for nothing?
I know you see us as enemies, but this, it's our friends you're talking about. Even Wamba. Back then, how dare you!
Silence, maggots! You must still be tired from fighting, Gracie. Rejoice then! You will give me great pleasure as I crush you.
Oh,
Thanks for the block, Zeon.
is he a defender then?
I think he's probably a mix, but yes, he does have a shield.
I don't remember what he is. He had green wings.
He did?
What do you think you're doing?
The words of an idle man who orders others around. Or the words of rebels who risk their lives for us. Which do you think is worth more?
Silence!
Bubbles.
This is insubordination.
Oh shit.
Ooh, okay. Interesting.
Oh, earthbending.
Hmm.
What in the Full Metal Alchemist? Who is it? So is it Sir? Is he called Surge? What's his name? Sergeant Arnold, is it?
You're talking about Armstrong.
Yeah, that's it. He pounds the. Does he not fire the earth?
Yes, he does.
Armstrong. God, I've not seen Full Metal Alchemist in ages. I need to rewatch that.
Stupid maggot! Where did he...
Don't you realize?
Oh!
We're just keeping you busy.
Feasts on our dead. That would be you.
Flame clock destroyed!
Sweet!
Colony 9 liberated.
Yeah, boy.
Everest warnings leveled up.
You need to be careful with that.
Madness! You seek death then, Zeon?
We want to live. That is why we fight.
I assume that he's just got to peace out now.
We might fight them. Yeah, we're gonna fight all of them. Oh no, they're all on our side.
Prepare yourself. Consul B.
Oh, B.
Why, you...
High up then.
Well,
You good-for-nothing imbecile!
we're assuming that A is the highest ranked one. But that could be incorrect.
All defectors must be eradicated!
Well, the Queen's the highest.
We don't know.
Queen's Consuls.
Let's go.
Maybe a king that we don't know about.
Moebius B! Level 24. Okay. The Queen stood scrupulously apart from British governmental affairs, but she wasn't above making a subtle political point. In 2003, she famously offered the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia a tour of Balmoral, her Scottish estate. The Queen took the wheel of a Range Rover herself. Women were not allowed to drive in Saudi Arabia at that time, and the Crown Prince's nervousness only increased as the Queen, an army driver in wartime, accelerated the Land Rover along the narrow Scottish estate roads, talking all the time. Through his interpreter, the Crown Prince implored the Queen to slow down and concentrate on the road ahead. See, that's quite an interesting one, because it's not anything to do with laws and regulations in the home country, but an example of
Women's rights.
This is how it works here, that's how it should work for you as well.
Yeah. Passive implication, that one.
In the fall of 2021, Barbados became the latest country to officially sever ties with the British monarchy and become sovereign, following almost 20 other countries. Elizabeth was still the Queen of 14 other countries in what's known as the Commonwealth, including Canada and Australia, although the title is basically symbolic. There's been a growing movement both in England and abroad for Britain to pay reparations for the harm it's caused through colonization and proliferating the slave trade. Britain has been preparing for the Queen's death since the 1960s, according to The Guardian, which revealed the details of Operation London Bridge in 2017 in an article that was viewed 8,000 times a minute on the day of the Queen's death. Because the Queen died at Balmoral Castle in Scotland, the most elaborate subset of those plans, named Operation Unicorn, was employed to get her body back to London by train, with mourners throwing flowers at certain stations. The Queen will lie in state in Westminster Hall for about 4 days, allowing the public to visit and pay respects before her funeral at Westminster Abbey, where royal coronations take place. It will be the first funeral service in the Abbey since the 18th century, and the first state funeral in the United Kingdom since the death of Winston Churchill in 1965. And that was today. So, there we go. Again, we said it before, but the fact that she lived so long does lead to some fairly interesting, like, factoids. There's this one about Elizabeth in Asia, and so on. If there's anything new in this. Oh, she was the first British monarch to visit China. In 1986, she visited China in what's seen as one of the most important diplomatic tours. The visit took place less than 2 years after a tense meeting between leader Zhao Ziyang and the UK counterparts Margaret Thatcher, which they signed the Sino-British Joint Declaration. This underpinned Hong Kong's 1997 handover to China after more than 150 years of colonial rule. It was seen as a milestone in Anglo-Chinese relations. Reports at the time favourably described how she demonstrated diplomacy. She walked in the pit of a newly excavated army of terracotta warriors in Xi'an and visited the Great Wall of China. However, her husband, Prince Philip, famously gaffed when he told a group of students from Edinburgh University in Xi'an, "If you stay here longer, you'll all be slitty-eyed." A British tabloid called him the Great Wally.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's putting it mildly. This one talks about the Koh-i-Noor jewels. The monarchies avoided discussions about controversial artifacts, which has allowed it to continue passing the jewels on. There hasn't been a discussion, at least publicly, whether it's appropriate to pass on these artifacts beyond Elizabeth, and that speaks to me as an example of disengaging with certain historical legacies. It's important to remember the history of imperialism and that it remains at the forefront of how we think about these institutions.
I want to see his skill thing.
Zeon's.
Yeah. I'm curious about it.
The United Kingdom was a key part of the Allied forces that fought Imperial Japan during the Second World War. The relationship remained frosty even after the signing of the San Francisco Peace Treaty, which officially ended Japan's position as an imperial power.
Point limit, and then we go to here, so we're going to go for... yeah, everything. Why not?
There were no direct exchanges between the two countries' leaders until the 1970s. Deflector. So you've got armor veil on all allies now.
They ain't got any people left.
No.
Oh, okay. Wasn't expecting that.
So they cleared up the bad air. Her visit was seen as a contribution to suspending ties between the two nations by the current Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida.
Should reactivate, hopefully.
Reactivate who?
Maybe somebody, because I've got over 100 there. My last one, I'm not sure if I'll get another go or whether I won't get reactivated. No.
There you go. When Elizabeth visited Asia in 2006, her last stop was Singapore, which was a former British colony. There, she and Philip visited a war cemetery, horse racing tracks, and the local community. She went to a public housing block in the town of Taupeyo, just as she did in 1972, which made her first trip to a newly independent city-state. Jerome Lim, a Singaporean resident who joined a crowd to see the Queen, shook her hand. Following the visit, what I remember most was my reluctance to wash my hands. It was because a neighbour told me that I should not wash my hands after shaking the Queen's hand as it would wash the luck away. During Elizabeth's multiple visits to Singapore, she stressed an interest in maintaining economic and cultural ties. Donna Marine Brunero, a senior lecturer who researches British colonial legacies, told Vice World News. That was the case in many countries in Asia where the Queen commanded a lot of influence. Unlike hard power, military force or money, the Queen was one of the examples of the UK's everlasting soft power in Asia. The other were the English language and successful cultural phenomena such as English football. She became so high profile that everything she did was news, everything she said was news, and everywhere she went was news. People were fascinated by her.
Why am I locked? Why can't I? She not got movement. Oh, she's right, that's why. Now I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was trapped, couldn't move. That's why. Sorry, I was about to die, so I thought I'll go into Interlink even though I'm not level 3.
Sure.
I just go for it.
The personality and image of Elizabeth II. The image of Elizabeth II from 1952 to 2022 was generally favourable throughout her years as a reigning monarch. Conservative in dress, she was well known for her solid colour overcoats and matching hats, which allowed her to be seen easily in a crowd.
Yeah, but that is because she's got a designer that has literally designed her image. Like, she always wears a hat, an overcoat, and then generally matching colour. The most famous one that I can think of is she wore all green to a social event on her birthday, I think. Very vivid green, which happened to be the same colour as green screens. So people then overlaid with lots of imagery. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't remember this, but wearing green is generally a bad time. Because, as you can imagine, people will
Why have
edit
I
it
only got
and
4
modify it.
available?
Because why not?
Normally have.
Well, just pick them.
Right, because Taion's dead. Anyway. Do that.
How?
Just break you. Where's your break?
Break.
Break.
Topple.
Where?
That one.
Where?
Oh.
That's topple, not break.
Oh, you haven't got broken it yet. Okay.
No.
Well, then you got a break.
True. Okay, in that case, let's go with I outgo. And then we'll end on. It's not tight. What's his name?
Zeon.
Zeon. That's it. Get an awaken boost. Hopefully this will overkill. Maybe. Just gonna overkill.
Deflectaphone!
No,
Nope.
not overkill. Okay. Brave assault.
This is a remaster, just pick the one that will do the most damage.
I'm just guessing. That doesn't actually say what will.
Hooray! Overkill!
Woo! Lucky because I didn't get tactical points on that. Boop boop. Doot doot. Ooh, saw the base of his feet there. I've not seen that before. Flat.
It's
Flat-footed.
futile, you know. You won't change anything. You think you have a future? Well, you don't.
We do. We've only done like 10% of the game.
And despair.
And off he goes.
Bye.
Even so, the choice is mine.
Lay things out for me here, Commander. Our Consul's a monster. Our flame clock's busted. We still don't have enough food to go round. I have to ask, what's the point of all this?
Freedom!
We succeeded, though not quite the way I'd hoped. Now then, listen.
Listen up and listen good.
Don't tell the audience.
You can't be serious. Then what? It was all a sham.
Yes.
So it would appear. For that reason, we need to learn as much as we can. About ourselves. And about the world outside.
Oh, is that everything? And while eating shoe leather?
You can boil it.
If need be. Whatever the outcome may be, only we can change it. I believe that.
We'll help you out too. Not because we're looking for your acceptance, but just so everyone can live. So please, let us further your goal.
I know you still have doubts, but won't you give them a chance?
I confess, I'm still a bit dazed by these developments. But I could let them off.
Yeah, same. The commander's never quite been this insistent. If Mwamba were here, I think he'd have agreed much sooner.
Friends.
Well, I'm still not buying
Friends
it.
and food.
The one to make the call should be me.
Why?
I should decide. Nobody else.
What, Commander?
I'll prove it. The only one fit to be commander is me.
Oh, you want to be Commander? Okay.
We're gone.
That's not proving it.
I'm surprised they all followed him.
Way to go off on one.
Kite.
You've just
He
gone
just
back on
worries for
me.
the colony.
Mm-hmm.
He will come round eventually.
So, what's the word now, boss?
Make friends.
First, I want to solve the food shortage.
Oh yeah, that's more important.
Mm-hmm.
What, you mean by
Affinity!
taking long hikes?
Food.
It'll be tough without anything nearby.
What's
That
those
was the
armies
case
around
up
here?
until now.
Aren't there? No, bunnets.
Myself, I'll try it the
Not
other way.
armies. I haven't actually seen armies yet.
What way?
Have I?
We'll make fields.
Flammies?
Our own food supply. Grown with our own hands.
When he says fields, does he mean like that bit in the textbook?
Like
That is what
farmers.
happened
When food
with
is scarce,
Colony
one may
6.
till the soil and plant
Was
glitter
it in the
radishes.
game 1?
Maybe.
You know, the one that got bust up and then you had to rebuild? And part of it was rebuilding the farmlands.
I see.
I think you got
It was
grain from
difficult to
there.
find time before,
One of the
since you had to
people.
worry about the flame clock.
Yes, but not any longer.
You giving it a go then?
There will be toil, but we'll try.
Then start by observing the vegetation. It's not just soldiers that want to survive out here. You're sure to learn something.
I understand. We'll try that. Oh, and if you're ever in need of my support, just call on me. I'll help.
That's appreciated, but are you really sure?
If you truly want to change something, you must start with the self. I believe you said that.
Still, some folks aren't gonna like you when you're palling around with us lot.
It doesn't matter what they think of me. What truly matters is whether I carry out my duty.
Zeon,
Oh.
you haven't changed at all.
Sarcasm. At this stage,
Not at all. I was just thinking that you're still the same old friend from back then.
you've gained away with words. I see. Perhaps people can change.
Wow, ouch.
You got a friend in me.
You gave us strength.
You got
Thank
a
you.
friend in me. I don't know the rest of
Thank
it.
you.
That's it.
Mhm.
Do you know them?
No.
No. That's all you need. That's enough. Right.
Quest complete!
You are. I'm gonna go for a quick break, but. Oh.
Bum, 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 bum. Guardian Commander, Zeon.
Who? Oh,
Noah
okay, cool.
is the inheritor.
Right, sorry.
So his role as a defender,
defender,
great
okay.
protecting allies to be incapacitated, their talent art absorbs and brings up power.
Right, so I'm gonna go upstairs and go for a quick break, but your job is to do this.
Just go and do all the affinity stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll be back in a minute.
sure thing. Not done anything wrong. Alright, so... let's see... Have a look at the map. Alright, oh, I guess I won't actually see icons here, will I? Destination map? No, again, that's... Oh! Oh, right, it zooms in on the next thing they ask you to do as part of the main story. Okay, that makes sense. Nope, not that. I am trying to figure out how to open up the... Ah, here we go, right, so... yeah, it doesn't look like we've actually got any new people to talk to. Oh, hang on, they'll be all the way up here, won't they? Fair enough, fair enough. So, any new people? Doesn't seem like it. What's up with Noah's sword? Mind your own business. Ooh, hello. Running out of supplies. Zeon's got to find a solution and fast. The first thing he has to solve is the food shortage. Hunting and harvesting isn't producing enough for us to live on. Colony 9's shortages.
That should be enough data.
That should be good data. Let's climb up.
Let's use this.
I assume the green dot's not going to disappear.
It's nighttime already.
It is nighttime already. I guess. Oh, they're below us. Are they below us? Yes, they are. Whee. Eastman! Watery beans, I can now finish mine in one dick. Lives are shorter, you can see the will, lose the will to savour it. You royally snuffed things up for us, come back from the blue. You brought us close to ruin. The colony is trash and my little friends lie dead. We made an enemy of the castle. He's got a point. Can we subsist without support from the castle? The food supply is not in short order. We've got the colony ship shake, so we had a shot at going to Iron Rank. I'm not sure Zeon can shoulder this burden. Right. Fair warning, I haven't let you guys off the hook. I'm going to put Colony 9 back in order, but I'm going to do it my way. Ooh, more. I asked Earl to do an off-seeing, and he had the cheek to tell me how about later. I sternly reminded him of what his job is. You won't hear that kind of talk coming out of Noah now, and let me tell you. Colony 9's off-seer. Okay. Any more around here? Don't think so. I've talked to everyone around on the bottom. Nothing to do just yet. Oh, we found the barracks again. Interesting. Okay. I believe I have talked to everyone that is able to be talked to. We got 2 info discussion things, so I'll do that.
Hang on. Wait.
What do you mean?
Better make sure we're well rested.
Yeah, no. And I'm saying I'm
Stop
going to
it!
discuss.
Stop it! Right, stop! I was about to do something. Stop. Just said I do something first. Before I do that, I check the food.
Check the food.
So, how much have we got? We've got no effects. We have got that.
Veggie beans.
Have we?
Maybe?
We'll order it anyway.
Delicious.
Might as well.
Yeah, I think it shows off Manana if you don't have the recipe originally.
I think I might already have that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, discuss.
Discuss.
Let's lay out the facts.
So, they've really been coming at Noah for asking for off-seeing, so I thought there's a new one. What's his name? Earl, a 4th termer. That's the one. He's just not as reliable as Noah. So he was doing it in his absence. It just ain't possible for you to do it for Earl in his place. I wanted to look into it. We need to talk to Roald. Let's go to the barracks.
Yeah, we've already done a thing for Roald. And there's another one.
Let's lay out the
Shortages. We're probably gonna. That's probably a materials thing.
Yeah. Major shortages, food and resources, blah blah blah. Is there anything we can do? Nothing we can do right now, but resolve the food problem. Find something to tide everyone over. Got any bright ideas? Tell us. Finders, keepers. Battlefield is full of usable items with no owner. He's got a point. So we scrounged off things from Battlefield. You got to do what you can to survive. So go to Everblight Plain and where we met Guernica.
Okay.
So Camilla will distribute it. We'll all go.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm skipping through this. It's not very interesting.
Yeah, it's not voiced, and it's kind of like, yes, let's get supplies. Okay, let's get supplies. Yeah, we'll go and get supplies. Yeah, the middle one.
It's good to keep a record.
Okay. Do you think you've done all of the dots? You went inside?
Yeah, so basically I was inside and then I saw dots on the bottom, so I went and did those. Because I already got the eavesdrop conversation that was inside.
Stop licking my feet.
So.
Did you go to the acorn? Did you go to the acorn?
Yes.
You did?
Yes.
The acorn at the end there?
Yes.
Oh, I know, sweet.
So, we want to ask about Earl. My name is Earl. So, I was wondering whether to report to Zeon. The colony isn't happy because Earl doesn't want to do off-seeing. An off-seer doesn't want to do it? What's up with that? He stopped doing it while everyone's present. His guard Carrie said as much anyway. No one's seen hide nor hair of him, so he's probably doing an off-seeing now.
This boy on the
Has
camera.
he been avoiding the public eye? And yes, they can see the cats. You know where he is now? I think he's on Villiera Hill. So, husk of a friend there. Okay, thanks. I'd like to ask Earl himself what's going on. Let's go to Villiera Hill.
I see some relations have changed.
My boy.
He is a little catto, yes.
Okay. Oh, you can get off my microphone, you little bugger. Okay. Right. Still be a cutie pie, I know.
Karen.
Sorry. Giving my baby some attention as well. He's my baby. I can't get up that way, can I?
Probably not. At least not if you're trying to do a side quest thing.
Oh no, I wasn't planning on doing that like right this second. Or what I was planning on doing is trying to get up there to go around, but I don't know.
No, you
if
probably
I
can't
can.
do that yet.
I think I've got to go around the other way.
Yeah.
Right, so let's have a look at the map then. Up.
Lean times in Colony 9.
Point of interest, and then that's
the
the
supplies
supply
that we
drop.
saw before. And that's the Battle Scar Hawk,
Yeah, which we can't do. Okay. You're a good boy, my baby. Why have you come over to be cute?
I think back to the day of the mission.
Might as well go for this
We
one
were
then.
enemies back then, huh? Funny how things turn out.
I have to get all of them.
Rations!
Oh, I
yes,
get all of
you'll
them.
have to get all of them.
Are you?
I mean, I kind of guessed that might be what the thing was when I saw, oh, there's like 12. That was an infantry exosuit.
Fine, we can do this.
Okay, just run back and forth over the points of interest. So, personality and image of Queen Elizabeth II. She attended many cultural events as part of her public role. Her main leisure interests included horse racing, photography and dogs, especially her Pembroke Welsh Corgis. Her views on political issues and other matters were largely subject to conjecture. She had never given a press interview and was not otherwise known to discuss her personal opinions publicly.
Oh, because it's not something that royals in general did.
Much of what is known about Elizabeth's personality and views has been compiled from impressions and descriptions by those whom had met her. Canadian politician Michael Ignatieff remarked in 2010 after a private audience how he was struck by her wonderful sense of the absurd and noted her sense of humour, that sense of the absurd, that sense of comedy of life that have survived 60 years of grueling public life. After a weekend at Balmoral Castle, Michelle Jean recounted witnessing a relaxed, informal home life. Elizabeth and her family preparing a meal together, including a salad dressing devised by the Queen and doing the washing up afterwards. So she was commented as individualistic, and when King George VI died, Elizabeth was in Kenya with her husband when she found out, "I'm sorry, but we have to go back to England."
No, get the attention off me!
And that's probably where the Crown got that as well.
Got what? Sorry?
When she was in Kenya, she said we have to go back because the dad died.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, right.
Elizabeth had a deep sense of religious and civic duty and took her coronation oath seriously. Aside from her official religious role, she worshipped with that church and also the National Church of Scotland.
Well, she was the head of the church, wasn't she?
Yes. She demonstrated support for interfaith relations and met with leaders of other churches and religions, including 5 popes.
Shit.
A personal note
Oh,
of her
bollocks.
faith
Okay.
featured in a Christmas message on an annual basis broadcast of the Commonwealth. In 2000, she said, "To many of us, our beliefs are of fundamental importance. To me, the teachings of Christ and my own personal accountability before God provide a framework in which I try to lead my life. I, like so many of you, have drawn great comfort in difficult times from Christ's words and example." Let's see. Her lifelong love of corgis began in 1933, the first corgi owned by her family. Elizabeth did not explicitly express her own political opinions in a public forum, and is against convention to ask or reveal the monarch's views. When the Times journalist Paul Routledge controversially asked the Queen for her opinions of the miners' strike in 1984 or 1985, she replied that it was all about one man, a reference to Arthur Scargill. In 1995, the Queen was tricked into a hoax call by Montreal radio host Pierre Brassard impersonating Canadian Prime Minister Jean Chrétien. The Queen, who believed that she was speaking to Chrétien, said that she supported Canadian unity and tried to influence Quebec's referendum on proposals to break away from Canada.
Why is she not healing us?
She's dead.
She's not. Sena is not dead.
Sena? Oh right, well where is she?
I've got a clue.
No,
Dead,
she's dead,
apparently. The problem was, I'm trying to get this spot, and it's right next to the rock pool.
Yeah. After the 2014 Scottish independence referendum, David Cameron stated that the Queen was pleased with the outcome. She had arguably issued a public coded statement about the referendum by telling one woman outside Balmoral Kirk that she hoped people would think very carefully about the outcome. It emerged later that Cameron had specifically requested that she register her concern.
Right, okay, so it's level 27, but it's in the middle of fucking... What?
Hmm?
I did that. Oh, it's that
This
one.
is supply, yeah.
Right, so what else do I need? So I still need that one over...
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm just trying to find the supply drops. I think I still need that one. I might need to actually level up before I can do this.
Well, we'll have a look at the side quests.
Pardon?
Go into your side quest list.
I just did.
Okay.
You weren't paying attention.
No.
It's level 27 one because it's...
Is it?
Yeah, it's... Where is it?
These are all
That's
completed.
not it. Sorry, the one that I'm wanting is lean times. That's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so level 27.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So
Okay.
in theory it's doable. The problem is the Roppel,
Yeah.
which is level 40. 42, sorry. Or 41, I think was the one. Because can you see the spot there? That's what I need to try and get. It's a bit hard when they just suddenly bump you and go for you. Hopefully going to be able to get this route. No.
Hey, you got it.
Cool. Right, that's the next one.
Lean times in Colony 9.
Don't hit me, 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 don't hit me. I think
So, at Elizabeth's Silver Jubilee in 1977,
oh, there it is.
the celebrations were genuinely enthusiastic. There was a significant shift over the next 20 years, with her popularity sinking to a low in the 1990s. Under pressure from public opinion, she began to pay income tax for the first time, and Buckingham Palace was open to the public. Although support for republicanism in Britain seemed higher than any time in living memory, Republican ideology was still a minority viewpoint, and Elizabeth herself had high approval ratings.
Get away from us, you bastard!
Criticism was focused on the institution of the monarchy itself and the conduct of Elizabeth's wider action rather than her own behaviour and actions. Discontent with monarchy reached its peak on the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, although Elizabeth's personal popularity as well as general support for the monarchy rebounded after a live television broadcast of the world 5 days after Diana's death. In 2002, the Queen was ranked 24th in the 100 Greatest Britons poll. This one's talking about Australia. She maintained strong approval ratings coinciding with the Diamond Jubilee. According to a poll in 2014, she was the most admired person in the UK, with 18% of respondents reporting that they were the person they most admired. Internationally, she was the 17th most admired person in the world.
She's not my most admired person. My most admired person is my father.
Elizabeth's public image had noticeably softened in the years prior to her death. She remained reserved in public, but she had been seen laughing and smiling much more than in years past, and shed tears during emotional occasions such as the Remembrance Day services. As of 2021, she remained the third most admired woman in the world according to an annual poll. Her 52 appearances on the list, meaning she'd been in the top 10 more than any other woman in the poll's history. Elizabeth was known to be quite formal in matters of diplomacy, and royal protocol was generally very strict. Some of the traditional rules for dealing with a monarch are relaxed during her reign. Bowing was no longer required, for example, but it was still frequently performed. Other forms of close personal interaction, such as touching, are discouraged by officials. At least 6 people have been known to break this rule, the first being a woman named Alice Fraser who hugged the Queen in 1991, when Elizabeth visited a residence in a government housing project in Washington, D.C. The second was Paul Keating, Prime Minister of Australia, who, when he was photographed with his arm around the Queen. Then Canadian cyclist Louis Garneau, who did the same thing when posing for a photograph. The Queen initiated an affectionate gesture with First Lady Michelle Obama in 2009. At a palace reception she attended with President Obama, the Queen rested her hand briefly on the small of the First Lady's back, a gesture that Mrs. Obama returned. It remarked at the time as unprecedented and described afterwards by a palace spokeswoman as a mutual and spontaneous display of affection and appreciation between the Queen and Michelle Obama. The Queen's subtle uses of signals to her staff in certain social situations has been described by journalists and others. It is said that by twisting her wedding ring, she would signal that she was ready for the conversation or event to end. Alternatively, placing her handbag onto the table at dinner meant that she wanted the event to end within the next 5 minutes, and by setting it on the floor, she indicated that she was not enjoying the conversation and wanted the lady in waiting to assist immediately.
What am I going to have a fight?
That's kind of obvious, isn't it? If the Queen puts her handbag on the table when you're having dinner, it's like, right, I want to go. It's not specific to the monarchy.
Woo. Phew.
Is that all of it?
Yeah.
That's exactly why we should save all the lives that we possibly can.
Okay. Whew. That was dicey. So that's all of them done here. Obviously can't get that. Obviously can't do that. Back to the colony.
Back to the colony.
Oh, Mister, you're so cute. I love you so much. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry. Hello. Wake up for me.
Nothing.
Still don't know how to do the auto style thing. See if that improved my thingy rating. So,
Camilla!
You did not speak to them. No, speak of the devil.
Camilla? Hi, is there anything you need? We're pretty limited in what we got on hand. I want to leave this with you, if that's okay? It's all food and supplies! How in the world did you get all this? I'll make sure it gets to those who need it in the colony. Thanks so much. Hey! Huh?
Kite.
Where the spark did you get that? Excuse you? Don't feed me some crap about finding it lying around that just won't fly. Here's what I think what happened.
It was lying around.
You saw things couldn't last it and nicked it from someone else while we're forbidden from doing it.
No.
We found it Everblack Plain. What? You saying we should loot and pilfer stuff to survive?
Yes.
Well, what are your alternatives? Survive by taking from the living even though you need to fight anymore? Don't touch any of this stuff, Camilla. Look. Now that the colony's been freed, things can't go back to the way they were before. I agree with them that this is the way to keep everyone in the colony alive. Camilla. Zeon, if you're thinking of going along with this, you can... Harala! Seen list of arrived goods. Wait for this day for so long, we can rip out all Levinuses at long last. Okay, calm down. So, we aren't happy with the way you're doing things.
Get over it, dude. You'll still benefit from it, even if you're not happy from it.
It's just till the shortages are sorted out. Don't get so worked up.
As a tongue twister.
So we need the fields in working order.
Did you get any more quests then? There was one more, wasn't there?
Yes.
I see some relations have changed. What to buy?
What you got?
More stuff. Not much of a selection.
Okay, so we probably do have some more, conversations.
What are we supposed to do? Don't make trouble for Camilla.
I see some relations
Gonna make
have
trouble.
changed.
So bro in here got pissy. Oh no, you're nice.
Harala!
Come here.
So, big headache, but Harala can't help it.
No, up here, then up.
Yep. This is where I went to before, after I got the eavesdrop, and then I saw that people were on the floor, so I was like, alright, well, I'll just drop down.
Yeah, I'm just checking that there's nobody here to talk to. There might be. Probably not. So you just dropped down, you survived?
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh, Pollock. So, you got a tongue?
I'll never be as good as a commander. Ask him to teach you. Yeah, I don't want to approach him.
Broski over here. That's the anybody.
He's above you.
Oh, we already did that one then, didn't we?
Yeah.
Nobody here. There's somebody this way and also this way. Hang on, so who's over here? Ah, nobody. Okay, there's somebody all the way. Oh, I'll go up.
Yes, you have to go up, which is what I just said.
I
said they're above you.
No, you said that person. I already did this person, whoever they were. Oh, it's Fox, so I've done that one as well. Oh no, hang on, there's somebody else this way. Who's this way? Nobody of consequence right now. Okay, so I'm going to quickly go up and level up and see what level we're at, because I think we should be at level 30 now.
Maybe. I don't think we've got that much bonus experience.
I think we have actually got more than you realise. I was just going to jump and then I realised there was a ditch.
There is a gap.
So the rest point is not there. We can't.
There's the barracks and the canteen.
Yeah, but this one's where we can train. So the barracks is what we need. I don't think there's any more rumours. Check. No. Level up. Let's see. I think it should be level 30.
Press plus.
I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, see, level 30.
I definitely feel strong.
Told you. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay.
Alright, let's get going. Time's a-wasting.
Time's a-wasting.
Right, so the other one that you got for this one was this one.
Offseer's Anguish, yes.
So that
is active.
Cool. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Oops.
And it's ages away.
It's not that one.
No, that's the Battle Scar Hawk.
It's all over here, okay. Go over here then, I guess. I think this will be the last one of today.
Sure.
There's actually an Offseer thing. There's an Offseer thing back there as well, so we'll do that one. But after.
Well, I think that might be related to the quest because this is the Offseer not doing his job.
Oh, because of all the dead animals, maybe. Oh no, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe not. It's Carrie. Hello, Carrie. Where's Earl? Could you help look for him? He came to send off someone else, and Eyeless and Lenny shouted. He must have wandered off. There were no motes like you usually get. He was embarrassed that Eyeless and Lenny had seen. Find him! Find him, please! Near Milk Meadows.
Okay.
Some relations have changed.
Right, so we need to go to that Offseer point, I think, first. It's not on the quest, but I'd like to do it whilst I'm thinking about it. Probably couldn't do it before because of
getting murdered.
Possibly, but I'm not certain.
Well, you've clearly uncovered the map, so it would be because you got murdered.
You'll be doing them a service.
You're just trying to do it too early.
Such is the
Maybe.
officer's duty.
Okay, so this is this. We've already done that. We haven't killed that bastard because he's fucking strong as anything.
Too strong for you.
I don't think there was anything.
Just go where the exclamation mark's pointing.
Have we been there?
Yes.
Have we?
Wow, you really have not played this in a long time.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that long.
That's the first Pharaonis Hulk we saw. Don't do the attention.
No, I know that. I know that. I just want to go this way. Not uncovered this bit. I'm wondering why. Actually, to be fair, I need to go over here anyway just to see if anything's updated since being here last.
No time to play around.
You're getting attacked by a Mordo Blant.
Why? It's really weak.
Because you decided to walk into it.
See, there's a trader here, and I'm wondering if that would.
The
Oh, and there's the material thing. I might do the material thing. Oh, look, see, there is a trap.
Pane, pane!
And there's a mystery thing.
So, don't tell the other Nopon the title of Master Pon. Hey, Shilshil.
Oh.
So much choice.
Oh, never mind.
Wrong person!
That's fine.
Window shopper. Master Pon is a wonderful Nopon. No one better at scheming up ideas. Hornets region teeming of glitter radishes ripe.
This will be
plucking.
an experience one.
Not such good news. Too many radish mean they are unrare article, not sell for good profits. Glitter radishes.
This is some story.
There's a cooking thing here. I don't think it's anything of consequence. I've been in there.
In the cave, yes.
Okay. Let's do the fabricator. Why not? Yeah.
300 G's.
Give us your juices. Nom 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 nom.
Something for value.
Nom.
Okay, was that worth it? Yeah. Alright, you've got a lot of money, so don't do all of this right now. Because you've got no idea whether this is even giving you anything you actually need.
You're right, I don't know. Should we go in there?
I think you should go where the exclamation marks are pointing.
There's a husk thing.
I think you should go where the exclamation marks are pointing.
Alright, I will. I am gonna go. Cool guy ending there.
Dead before you even touched him.
Well, I haven't been in there. Oh, because it was hard.
Yes.
Okay, right. So I'm going to go and get this off-seer thing, and then I'll come back, because I do actually want to go in there further.
Sure. So, in the 1950s, as a young woman at the start of her reign, Elizabeth was depicted as a glamorous fairy tale queen. After the trauma of the Second World War, it was a time of hope, a period of progress and achievement heralding a new Elizabethan age. She was accused of her speeches sounding like those of a priggish schoolgirl in 1957. Attempts to portray a more modern image of the monarchy were made in the television documentary Royal Family and by televising Prall's investiture as Prince of Wales. Her wardrobe developed a recognizable signature style driven more by function than fashion. She dressed with an eye towards what was appropriate rather than what was in vogue. In public, she took to wearing mostly solid colour overcoats and decorative hats, rather to be seen in the crowd. Her wardrobe was handled by a team that included 5 dressers, a dressmaker, and a milliner.
Milner's a hat maker. Do you know that?
Yes.
Okay.
In the 1980s, public criticism of the royal family increased as the personal and working lives of Elizabeth's children became under scrutiny. This is about Diana again. So, blah 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 blah. Diana, Andrew, Megxit. She gives an annual Christmas message to the Commonwealth every year, apart from 1969. The first message was on 1957.
Did she do it during COVID as well?
In 2001, the royal Christmas message was webcast on the royal website for the first time. In 2006, it was made available as a podcast. Her first appearance on live television was for an address to Canadians on October 1957, Thanksgiving Day, and blah blah blah. The Queen never did a press interview. She engaged in small talk with Alistair Bruce for the television documentary The Coronation. The Queen was filmed in 2006 having a conversation with the later disgraced Australian artist and media personality Rolf Harris while he painted her portrait. It ventured little beyond talk of previous portraits and royal art history in general, and the Queen's responses to Harris's overtures were notably crisp and monosyllabic. She had a more jovial on-camera exchange with the painter Andrew Festing while listening for a portrait in the 1992 documentary Elizabeth R.
I thought her surname was Winter.
It is. So this is about a few like songs. So the Queen was the subject of Her Majesty, featured on the Beatles' 1969 album Abbey Road. McCartney played the song at the Party of the Palace concert during the Golden Jubilee in 2002. She's mentioned in the song Mean Mr. Mustard, featured on Abbey Road. And in 1967, Lennon and McCartney song Penny Lane. In 1977, the Sex Pistols issued God Save the Queen, which became a controversial hit single, inspiring the punk rock movement with its lyrics suggesting she ain't no human being and there was no future, comparing England to a fascist regime. The Smiths released a song and album, The Queen is Dead, in 1986. The Pet Shop Boys have a track called Dreaming of the Queen. The Queen was the subject of Elizabeth My Dear, which appears on the Stone Roses' eponymous debut. She's referenced in the Travie McCoy song Billionaire, where he sings that he wants to be on the cover of Forbes magazine, smiling next to Oprah and the Queen. The Queen played detective in Her Majesty Investigate series of mystery novels by C.C. Benison. She's the subject of the Queen and I, which is a character in Queen Camilla, books by Sue Townsend.
She's got a book called something like The Queen's Knickers or something. Have you read that?
No.
Oh, it's really good.
In 2006, she was portrayed by Helen Mirren in the film The Queen, which is a fictional account of the events following the death of Diana. It became a critically acclaimed film. Mirren was appointed as an OBE, won an Oscar, and in the acceptance speech, she paid tribute to Queen Elizabeth II. For 50 years and more, Elizabeth Windsor has maintained her dignity, her sense of duty, and her hairstyle. The Crown, a biographical story about the reign of the Queen by Netflix, was released in 2016. It's based on an award-winning play called The Audience and a biopic drama television series. It's received critical accolades and awards for the actress Claire Foy.
Hello.
Hello, Lenny! How's it going?
Bad times.
You look like you're looking for Earl. Any leads? Nope. Who's to say he's not back at Colony 9?
No, he's not. He's still out and about.
Well, thanks for the help, Lenny.
I think other bros up here, so I'm going to keep on going
most
up here.
likely.
The problem being that I don't have that skill to go up those. Now, I strongly suspect...
You can go down.
No.
No what?
I strongly suspect I will obtain that skill.
You sure?
Now, the question is, how do I get to that area? Is it down there?
Yes. That's why I said you go down. Oh, you might be dead. I think you're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Yeah. That was too high.
I thought I would land in the water. I don't
even think there was any water to land into.
There is water right there.
Yes.
I thought it went to the...
You can't jump that far.
I thought it went to the edge. Alright, that's why I jumped.
So you kind of just jumped before looking.
Yeah, it's pretty
of
much
course you did.
my ethos in life.
The Queen's Diamond Jubilee attracted some controversy after a campaigner criticised the Queen for inviting royal tyrants.
Royal tyrant? Fuck off, man.
An investigation by The Guardian in 2021 revealed that Elizabeth had used the power of the Queen's consent to secretly influence the content of parliamentary bills that could affect the Crown's financial interests, particularly bills related to wealth and taxation. For example, the report claims that the Queen used the procedure to request an exemption for her private estates from a 1968 road safety bill and to request changes to a 1975 bill regulating the leasing of private land. The Queen also... what was that? The Queen's household had barred coloured immigrants and foreigners from working in clerical roles, and the household had used the consent mechanism to lobby Parliament for an exemption in 1960s law banning employment discrimination. This exemption has prevented women and people of colour who work for the royal household from suing for discrimination. Then they say that consent was always granted and legislation was never blocked.
Well, we've been found.
Shortly before her death, Uji Anya, a professor at Carnegie Mellon University, tweeted, "I heard the chief monarch of a thieving, raping, genocidal empire is finally dying. May her pain be excruciating." Following up with another tweet that said, "If anyone expects me to express anything but disdain for the monarch who supervised the government that sponsored the genocide that massacred and displaced half my family, and the consequences of which those alive today are still trying to overcome, you can keep wishing upon a star." This was widespread controversy, was removed from Twitter for violating the policy against wishing harm on others. Anya explained that the image of the monarchy was informed by the Nigerian Civil War, in which the government supported the incumbent Nigerian government, and because members of her family were displaced and killed, she saw her role as a symbolic of British colonization and oppression. Then lots of portrayals in films.
Oh, loads of portrayals, yeah.
Music videos, television, stage, radio, novels, novellas, children's books. Lots of documentaries, lots of TV films.
And she was on film. She was on telly seeing Paddington Bear and James Bond.
Yep. The image of Queen Elizabeth has appeared on the banknotes of at least 35 countries, making her the Guinness World Record for the most currencies featuring the same individual. Her depictions on these currencies serve as a photojournal of sorts, as they span the range of Elizabeth's life from youth to end of her life.
I need to be able to talk then, so I need a rest spot. Here we go.
So, for example, the Queen is on the Australian $1 book banknote.
We could do with some food.
Could we?
We could do with some food.
Oh, yeah, we could. Okay, so we're going to go for...
Just do the top one.
Why? That's
because
the shittest
you've got the most ingredients for it.
Don't. I've only got 13 of one of them. It's fun at me. I think that I might actually go for this. I didn't do it, did I?
You press ZR to show the background.
And coins to cook.
Hmm?
Did I do it wrong?
What did you do?
Spend coins.
Why?
That's money, isn't it?
No, you spent Nopon coins.
It didn't say Nopon coins, it said
it
coins.
Says...
Spend coins?
Yeah.
It's Nopon coins.
What coins did you think it was?
I thought money.
No. Why did you do it in the first place? You had the ingredients.
I know. I didn't.
That was dumb.
I know. Right, let's talk about this problem then. Oh, hang on, let's do this.
Earl's whereabouts and glitter radishes.
It's probably just an experience one.
Sheesh. What? Can nobody take a joke these days?
Could you all come round for a second?
Lanz. Where is this lad? How can we not find him with all these people? He might be on the way back from Colony 9 from Villiera Hill. So, need to find some places. Calmaris Highland.
Don't think we've got those.
Nope.
Sorry, I haven't saved in a while.
It's good to keep a record.
Okay, right, so where is that then? Map.
There
so
it
obviously
is.
it's somewhere I need to get up there, but
yes.
Okay, so I think this is
Kilmara's Highland, travel there.
Best one to go to, and then I'll just walk up.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Sounds like a good idea.
What the fuck?
Supply drop.
Oh,
but you
how
can't
am I
reach
gonna get
it,
to that?
so...
Although, saying that, there is actually...
You can't reach it.
What's down there? How do I get down there?
You've already been down there.
There's an off-seer thing.
You've already been down there.
But I haven't got the off-seer thing.
No, you haven't.
I think I should do that quickly.
Why?
I want to, so...
Right, there's no... You're gonna have to go all the way around and then back up on yourself.
No, I'll go to this one and then I'll walk over, because I think it'll actually be quicker to go in a direct line. So...
I
that
doubt it.
is not this way, it's this way, isn't it?
You have to turn right to get the map.
Huh?
You're gonna get the map, you have to turn right.
Well, I wasn't planning on getting the map, but...
Well, you did it before, so I don't see why you'd avoid it again. Okay, now you can turn right.
I think it's somewhere up here. So I want to get the husk.
You do.
Quite a few of them.
Quite a few what?
Husks.
Yes, but it's all under one thing.
Yes. No, there's two. There's a pile and there's a pile there. I don't know if that's all one. I must have been here before because there's an open container.
Yes, I know. You have been here before when you were trying to do this too early.
It's grim, but it needs doing.
Wiggle bum. Oh, I can't actually do it.
Skip the event.
Skip. Honk. Sorry.
200 affinity, level 3 for Colony Gamma.
Okay. Oh, I know, darling. Wiggling away from me. Mister. So
Fast
funny.
cat.
Where is that?
Where's what?
The drop then.
It's to your left as your icon. You know the arrow?
Yeah.
It's to the left of that.
Well, like somewhere over here.
So you can't do it yet.
Fair enough. I'm assuming I'm going to get a thing to climb at some point.
Probably.
Oh, when? I was surprised that we got the traversal skill with the hero thing, to be honest. I've been in there, haven't I? Did I get that ladder?
Probably.
Before I talk to him, I'm going to quickly just check I've got this.
Yes, you got it because the icon's there.
Yeah. Hello, darling.
Find any fortune clovers? Ah! The others are worried about you. Guess she told you everything. I can't go back, I'm worthless! What will you say? Why do you think that? I can't do it, I can't be an officer. Look, Earl, I became the officer in your place. I sent off friends who died. Everyone who died after the clock was destroyed, what did it die for? All I could do is try not to think of anything at all. I couldn't raise the notes when I played the melody.
Oh, his
I
passion
can't
gone.
send them off properly. I've hid it from everyone, but the secret's out. How can I go back? You should tap into a different emotion, or you want to go back to who you were.
No, you need to look forward to the future.
Do you want to be the person that you were before? Anything's better than being who I am now.
Oh.
You're going back to a role where you see the dead off every day. Your feelings aren't wrong, but you've been delivered from the war. You no longer need to kill others. You have to find your own answer, starting now. Instead of suffering alone, why not talk to Colony 9 about your feelings? There's no need for you to bear the burden of the change alone. You're probably right. It'll take courage to confess everything to Colony 9. First, I'll go to Carrie. That's a good idea.
Good to add more names.
And go back to Carrie.
To your girlfriend. Simply. Good job I got that landmark.
Yes, it is actually.
I killed a special, I think. That one thing was one of the first ones I killed.
Oh, it has to be, because it's like level 9.
Yeah, but like, I missed a couple of them. Ooh, hello. Oh, can't get the conversation.
Earl, where were you? I was so worried. I don't know how I could have lived myself. I'm sorry. Don't yell at him. He's been thinking about loads of stuff, let him talk. Carrie? I can't see people off anymore, I need to work through things a bit.
It's got such bright eyes. I need to have a think.
I'm going to stop hiding my failure. What? This is the conclusion I came to. I have to change the way I feel about sending in these weird, unclear times. Oh, there's so much all the time. I hear you. Look after him a bit more, okay? I'm his bodyguard, you know? Thanks, Carrie. Good job. Case closed. Quest complete. He seems a little bit more at peace now.
He does have more conversation and he isn't here anymore. So I'm going to suspect that he is back in the Colony 9. So I'm going to go there because I want to chat to him and see if he's alright.
And the amount of dialogue he'll say is...
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Well, it still adds affinity.
I guess.
There might be more quests anyway.
This smell.
Carrie and when you open up, it feels better. No new recruits. Earl is the last one to join us. No more fresh blood. We'll just have to make do.
So there should be one more little dude.
Should there?
Yeah. So I'm going to pop upstairs and see if he's up here. Because there were 3 people in that mission.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean that all 3 of them had new stuff to say.
No, that's true, but I'd rather just check. No harm in it, is there? Oh, hang on, missed.
Roald and Lenny! So we're all behind Zeon, but you guys are back now. That's some serious luck you got there. The future looking bleak. Supply issues are a problem. Rough situation, do what you can.
I think that's everybody.
Yep, it was Lenny and Carrie.
Yeah. No. Chat, you got, babe.
Eyeless! No new replacements. Levinuses are all out of order.
Okay. Right, so that's that one done.
Sure.
So, oh, okay.
Oh.
Let's do that.
You gotta be prepared for unforeseen.
It's looking complete.
This will cheer people up.
It's looking complete.
I wonder what fruits are like elsewhere.
It's looking complete.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
We just had to persevere.
The clams are packed with great nutrition.
These are new ones as well. But I've already done these ones,
Yep.
I think. Don't think I've done that one.
No, you've only got 1 blue chain, not 2.
Yeah, kind of annoying. Anyway, oh no, I was going to check the bloody quest, but I just did Affinity. So these are all done
The
now.
hero quests are done?
At least the ones we've got. I think there are more available, but we haven't been able to access them yet.
And then you've got a few, like, level 19, 29
this
side
one,
quests.
but that was on the way to the next story mission, which is why we haven't done that. So the other ones, so we've got that one's the boss that's kind of hard.
Monsters.
Yeah, these ones are boss monsters. That
Yeah.
it says level 29, but it's not.
No.
Because one of them was like level 45 or something. So it's like I don't know why it said. Anyway, that is ongoing.
Level 57 anyway.
It's ongoing.
Yeah.
You have to keep on checking the thing.
That's level 58.
That's one that we just found, and then everything else is done. So I think we'll go and do Bam Bams because it is on the way. Actually, it's in the Faunus region, isn't it? Yeah. So I think it's. Or we could go and get that.
You can't get that.
Why not?
Because it's in an area you've not been to.
Yeah, but I can walk there.
You don't know whether it's above or below.
I'm pretty sure it'll be just available, but this is the one that's Doran and Bambas, which is on the way to here. The thing is, there's absolutely tons of these little crests over here. So, what's the plan, babe?
I don't know. What is the plan? You're the one playing.
Let's do Doran and Bam Bam.
Sure.
Oh, Bambi with your little foot.
Little Bambino.
You should see the way he's flopped. He's currently like proper splayed, like a little frog across everything, with his head just dangling off the chair. Honestly, you'd think he was dead, but he's not. Oh, there's treasure over there.
I like how you said you were going to do the side quest thing and then got immediately distracted.
No, I didn't.
You did. Where's the side quest thing?
The opposite direction.
Opposite direction to what?
It's down there.
Down where? So you need to go south.
Literally the opposite direction, told you.
So you're not doing the side quest thing. That's the thing you said you were going to do. And then you decided not to do it.
I think it might be in that puddle.
It might be, but you wouldn't know until you go closer.
Fine.
Spots.
We didn't like that. Okay.
No.
Armus! I don't think we've killed one of them yet.
You might have done because you've got Armu meat.
Is this the right way? Mimi, if we keep going this way, we'll end up in the desert.
Ooh.
Are they fighting each other?
Attention. Who will you assist? A lounge of Ignis or a murder Turkey?
But that's got affinity points.
Yeah, so what? You want knock-on coins.
Okay.
Don't try to stop us.
I'm so ready for this.
Oh, dunk. Nice. Spoils acquired. Dunk. You're amazing. I know. Okay, right, so.
Only you didn't charge off on your own.
Hang on. Whoa, what are you doing?
I was just clicking something to make sure it worked the way I expected it to. Seems like it does.
Oh. Lipipito.
Lipipito.
Where are you going?
Leading you towards a location. Clindichir.
Ah, you.
Anyone feel like taking a break?
A new rest spot. Could not flap wings any faster escape scary Ignis than chasing little old me. It's no good to only flap wings like scaredy Ferris. Try crafting gems and improve equipment and fight back like a wolf.
Yeah, I should probably do that at some point. Oh, I think that might be the quest.
That might be the quest. It's looking very suspicious indeed, isn't it?
Yeah. Anyway, before we go over there, let the birds peck it in
well
water.
rested.
Discuss this information that we have recently found about crafting gems and get some experience from it, because I reckon that'll be what it is.
Riku, mate, question for you. Listen, but not promising an answer. Couldn't we do some gen crafting? You don't understand how you can ask such a frankly blasphemous question. Of course, answer is not. If you do it without Riku, then it's doomed to failure. Very bad for sustainability. Surely it's not going to be 100% certainty for failing. That's because you are simple. But Riku is a specialist. It takes 10 years to master. Like, you don't even listen.
There we go. Can we?
Can you what?
No. Level up. What I was asking.
No.
Okie dokie. Let's go and activate this. Let's defend. Defend a little Nopon.
Look, it's loads of heroes. Bam Bam! He's surrounded! What do we do?
We fight!
Oh, let's solve everyone's problem. Save Bam Bam! Time for a little rescue.
It would take him 2 seconds to just snap him up. The size of them compared to the little Nopon. Where's the Nopon gone? Oh, there.
There he is.
Doran, we're going to save you!
You mean Bam Bam?
No, Bam Bam's the kid.
No, Bam Bam's the Nopon.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I thought Doran was the Nopon and Bam Bam was... Actually, it just makes sense because Bam Bam is definitely a more Nopon-y name. Aha, yonk.
And that's what you get.
Doran! Yay! Doran lived to see another day.
Alright.
Let's get back to the colony. Come on, Bam Bam. What? Bam Bam starve. I haven't eaten anything since this morning. Let's have a rest. Well, Manana will cook a beautiful meal. That's fine. Ardun ribs.
Beef ribs. Beef ribs good. Big as well.
Okay.
I don't have any more chat. Interesting. Oh, what's over here? Oh, we need to get
That's
the ribs.
the Ardun ribs, yeah. So you just kill them and get the ribs.
Yeah, I will, but I'm gonna get the ether and the husk first.
You can never go wrong.
Told you I hadn't killed one yet, because otherwise it would have said that I'd already got one.
Well, maybe. Depends on
Barely
if you've
used
got
ether.
the
Oh, to be
actual
fair, I've not been
ribs.
crafting gems, have I? I was thinking I've barely used ether.
Yeah.
I guess this is fate too, huh?
Plain armor.
Charge!
But you're in our way. I don't think we'll run into any.
Masidu Ardun.
Ooh. Spiky. Let's get those red.
1 of 3.
Oh, I've got to go and kill more Ardens.
Yep.
That's fine. I don't mind. Armus, sorry, not Arden. Arden Armu, is
You
it?
have to kill Arduns to get the Ardun ribs.
No, it's Armus,
No.
but it's massive.
It's the Masudu Ardun.
Oh, the boys.
Ardun.
Okay.
Yes. You can leave the Armus alone if you want.
I forget that they're gendered. Different names for different genders. It's like a bull and a cow, isn't it? Itchy schnoz.
Itchy schnoz.
It's because of damage. The venom. I learned that new word.
Yeah, you've been waiting for an opportunity to slip that into conversation, haven't you?
It's a new word, and it is actually I have damage. It really hurts, and it's like right, it really hurts. If you don't know what that is, it's the bit that joins your gum to your lip. I didn't know it. I had to look it up, but now I know it, and I will forget it because that's why I'm trying to use it lots, because I know if I use it a certain number of times, it'll become part of my vocabulary.
And you'll use it when you're not supposed to.
Probably, but that's why I'm trying to like remember it now. So I'm like, when people are like, "Oh, are you okay?" I'm like, "Well, I damaged my Fremen." And they're like, "What?"
And they'll be like, "Okay, what did you do with your husband?"
Ooh.
Oh.
No! Don't get distracted. Pat, stop scratching the chair. Bugger. There's no exclamation mark, but there is on the map. Naughty, naughty.
A lovely meal. Oh, you make a habit of doing this? What do you mean? Travelling ever whither for campings? Not all the time, but pretty much. Sounds cool. We could get used to such degrees of freedom. When are you not free? Avoiding work, taking naps? We joyride in Levnis or cast out 2x4 in 09 before searching for puzzle tree wood in the Eye of Bam Bam. The colony's just too stiff, man. We want to travel more in the outside world. Traveling would be sweet. 2 of us camping like this. Dinner's ready. Eat while hot. Dinner time. A rest and let's get back to the colony.
Noppers haven't had a good history of cooking in the previous games, so it's interesting that in this game, like, that's their deal.
Okay, we've been here for a while. Where did those 2 blockheads go? Traveling. Got a call from Doran. Oh. Good morning, thanks for saving Bam Bam. We're back in Colony 4. Why did you leave? There's something we have to explain, but we're in a bit of a pickle. Sorry, can you come back to Colony 4? He hung up on you? I don't even know what those dingbats are on about now.
Maybe he made us a cake to say thank you.
Maybe. Back to Colony 4.
Keep on hitting the button, sorry. Okay, any more chat? No. Mimo. Right, let's go back.
To Colony 4.
To Colony. I can't get that.
Back to Colony 4.
That's where it is. Sorry, I've got something in my eye and it's really winding me up. Do you ever get that? Like a bit of dirt in your eye?
Something that feels a bit gritty.
Yeah, I think it's because I've got glasses, so they're kind of like trapped in all the muck. Okay. Let's quickly check and see if there's any more bubbles. Nope. One over here. Oh, you're fine. Somebody over here. Nope. That's low. Somebody over there. Nope, they're fine. Have you got anything new?
What to buy?
Nope.
Got them anyway. Oh.
Oh. The disappearing ghost! Well, where are they? Queen's crispy fillets! Here we go!
Woo!
Bam Bam is free!
Why?
Well, they wanted to go travelling.
Why did they ask us to come back to see it?
I don't know. What? Get back here! Dinzel, what? The delinquent lugheads, just when I thought they'd come crawling back, they jump into Levinus and fly off. Now they've both gone. Somebody take me home. You're gonna haul them back?
Why would they ask us to come just to go
If
see
they're
ya?
set on dying in the wilderness, they have my blessing.
Oh, that's
yeah, but they
a bit
stole a
mean.
Levinus. That's not something you can just let go. It's hard to not be concerned. It's not safe out there. Let's see if we can convince them to come back.
We don't even know where they've gone.
I see some relations have changed.
Well, anyway, let's just have a quick check up here and see if there's anything new whilst we're here. It shouldn't take too long to quickly... To be fair, I don't think anything's going to be new.
No, because nothing's changed apart from that thing that you just saw.
Yeah, that's true. I'll just go. Okay, so where do we need to go?
The map will reveal all.
Oh, not very far. I'm not even going to teleport. Or I might have to follow a trail. I think it's up here. Yes, it is. There they are. What you doing, Mischief?
It's so sad to see a place with no arable land.
That's the sad part. Okay.
Hello. Cousin Mischief.
Hey, there you are. We waited for you. Are you joking? You zoomed right past. We're free now. Clear the dust out your ears. What are you talking about?
Are you
We
crazy?
decided that colony living wasn't for us. He's right. It oppresses us. We want to travel same as you. Not tie down. We free Noppan and man.
Okay.
Queen's oath. Well, enough of that. It's best if you go back to colony now here. We've already decided we're free. You've already said that. Aren't you supposed to be looking out for Fuzzy here? We're best friends. When one dies, both dies.
Oh, that's good.
Let's not get carried away. Okay. We can definitely do anything and we'll be fine, totally for real. Okay, well, we can't convince you. I promise to be careful. Bam Bam's invincible in this baby. See you again wherever the wind takes us.
Okay. Bye. So long. Farewell.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We never had hope of persuading them. Better to let them do as they please. When we run into them again, that's going to have to try again.
We are going to run into them again, aren't we? That's
Quest
just going to
complete.
happen.
Doran and Bam Bam. Say hi if you spot them on your travels.
I see some relations have changed.
Right, we should probably... Whoa.
So?
Okay, we should probably go... What? Oh, it's the monster, isn't it? Never mind. I could feel it going boom, boom, boom. Just going to quickly go back and see if anyone's got anything to say about Doran and Bam Bam.
Probably not.
They might.
Well,
somebody does. Because he was involved in the...
yeah.
Oh, no, there's a few people with bubbles. Come on, dude. Talk to me.
So, don't want to hear the names. Yeah.
Ooh, I'll just fuck off, basically.
Eventually. Ymir. Is it true that Doran left? Well, that's completely shattered my image of you.
Right, who's in here that might want to talk to us? Somebody at the top of the stairs, I think. Oh, you're not interested? Okay. There was somebody in here. Are you interested? Nope. think that's everybody up here, apart from up. I don't think anybody up there would be interested in that. I think they're too high up in the chain. I think who else might have involvement with Doran and Bam Bam. I mean, I could have a look at the affinity chart, to be fair. But
Yes, you could. Why not?
um,
So you could be asked wandering around the colony for people that may or may not have any connection. But
yeah, 'cause
actually
it
looking
takes-
at the affinity chart that shows the connections. you
No,
can't
that's.
be
I think
asked.
that's everybody. I can check.
Colony 4.
Right. So, but then Doran and Bam Bam shouldn't be. Right. So that's everybody that's
There.
linked to them.
See? So Emir was a test subject. Well, Doran was a test subject of Emir. That's why those two people got updated. A commander like no other. What happens if you click the left stick? Click the left stick? Okay, so it gets rid of the banner, right? Basically, the banner at the bottom says blue
What they
chain,
want.
mattress, carbon, but it's the items that they want.
No, it's not. It's items that are common in this area, I think, because it's not changing as I'm going over people.
No, it's a roundup of all of them in total.
Right. Okay. So we have released Gamma 9. Haven't done Sigma.
Nope.
We have done Colony 4. We haven't done Colony Iota.
Nope.
Colony Iota quite difficult. Colony Sigma it should be quite easy, I think.
Possibly. It depends on what the actual thing to do for that is.
Well, they're recently started.
Recently formed, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they should be alright actually. Maybe.
Maybe.
Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up there, I think.
Cool. So, thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed the stream and this educational roundup of Queen Elizabeth II and her legacy. This will get uploaded to YouTube at some point at youtube.com/RiggyRob and Pimmsy. You can also follow us on Twitter, Discord, TikTok, all that kind of stuff. And if you want to watch us live, you can follow us at twitch.tv/RiggyRob9. No, not RiggyRob92, just RiggyRob. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 PM UK time. So when we stream again on Wednesday, I assume it will be more Xenoblade. Because we've got some more side quests to do before ignoring the main story once more. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye!